On Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back to Tiffin. It's football time here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. So this could be Conference Lake Division. Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes, Clyde Fliers. It was Clyde winning the coin flip. They will defer, and they're going to kick it off to the Columbian Tornadoes. We're going to see their high-powered offense to start off. And again, we apologize. It is extremely difficult right now to see numbers on the field because of the sun setting, which thank God it's starting to, but also just the way the numbers are set up. We'll do our best for you and just have a little patience with us, I guess, as we get ready to call. We do have Brad Bannister on the sideline, brought to you by Fremont Frickers, and he will be our eyes and ears down on the field. So for Clyde, kicking off will be McCoy Dickman, their senior, 6'2", 165. Had a pretty good year kicking the ball, Mike. Clyde in their road white jerseys, yellow, gold numerals, blue trousers, white trim, yellow, gold helmets, and we are now underway. This is going to be a little bit of squibber. It's going to be fielded at the 30, coming up to the middle, and getting dropped right at the 30, a little bit behind, back to about the 28. We've got a late penalty here.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what that's going to be.
Pretty bad face mask there on number 3 for Clyde.
That's kind of what I was thinking. It looked like his head did get pulled down to the ground.
Thanks so much, Brad. So that would be Lozier. If that's the case, here we go.
Number 3, 15-yard penalty. Headed out to the end of the run. First down, Tiffin.
Yeah. All right, so first round of the ball game goes to Clyde and puts that offense on the Clyde side of the field. Nope, they'll be at their own 43-yard line to start this drive.
Yeah, that was not an inadvertent. That was one to grab on and just hung on to it.
Of course, again, Columbian will rotate quarterbacks, Braden Rogo and also Logan Beeson, and there's an initial pass thrown. No good, incomplete.
Yeah, Caden Olson and Abe Morrison right there. Abe got his hands on that. It was underthrown, and just Abe wasn't able to hang on to it. That could have been a big pick right there, first play of the game.
Rogo, 6'3", sophomore. He's looking for the second snap. He's going to fake the hand-up play action, throws it out here. It's going to be completed. And trying to get forward. A nice, solid tackle by the Clyde defense coming up from the backside. Was Lozier, I believe, Mike, was at him, and a double team out there.
Yeah, Brady Wilson's the one that hit him low first. So Brady's out there. He's, able to put a little contact in, and then Lozier came over and helped out and finished it off.
So it'll be third down and short, moving left to right. Columbian Tornadoes, single setback. And they're going to hand it off and try to get up there, and they will not get. In fact, they'll get thrown for a loss as they try to run into the Clyde defense and nowhere to go.
That was Walker Britt right there. Walker Britt is one of Clyde's leading defensive tackles, and right now Walker, he's got 3.5 sacks on the year, and basically that is almost what Columbian has for their whole season.
First fourth down of the game. I'm sure we'll see many 5-receiver set. Rogo sitting back. He's looking. He's looking over the left. It's going to be complete. Throws a bullet. Seam pattern right through the zone defense. First and 10 at the Clyde 35.
Yeah, nice job of just getting that little crossing pattern right there. Caden Olson came up and make a stop from his safety spot.
Here they come quick to the line of scrimmage. Again, 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Braden Rogo back. He's looking. He's being flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be chased over. He's going to go ahead and throw a little dump pass out here. Incomplete. Had a receiver open. Threw it behind him. It'll be second down and 10 at the 35 of Clyde.
Yeah, Mason Ash is all over him right there, chasing him down from behind and almost got his hands on him, but Rogo was able to get rid of it.
Yeah, we can't even tell who's in the backfield right now with the quarterback. I think it's Corporal. All right, so looking for the snap. They're going to go ahead and run the outside. Nowhere to go. Another big loss as the second time that Columbian Tornadoes had run the football. And it's going to be a loss back to the 41. That's going to be a loss of 6.
And Mason Ash, again, was able to get good penetration to get across that line and make that stop.
Okay, so they'll make it third down. All right, so Jackson on that carry. Third down, we're going to call it 16. Obviously throwing down. Back to throw. Stepping up in the pocket, looking across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Right on the fingertips. Oh, would have been a fantastic catch could not haul it in as he was level to the playing surface. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, he's completely laid out for that pass, just could not hang on to it as it hit the ground.
Yeah, that was a pass they completed a little bit earlier. Nice little slant over. Simcoe just could not handle it.
So it'll be a punt for the Tornadoes. They're going to pin Clyde deep in their own territory. Generally back there for Clyde, it's going to be Olsen and Lozier. There's a snap. There's a kick, and it's going to be a fair catch for Clyde at the 16. And Clyde will have it first and 10 of their own 16-yard line to start their first possession of the game. So far we saw kind of what we expected. Now, the Clyde defense done well on the ground game.
Yeah, they did. They did a nice job. And one thing that, I believe helped Clyde out quite a bit there is they got a little penetration into the backfield, pressuring the quarterback a little bit and then, tackling Jackson behind the line of scrimmage.
So Clyde comes out with Jaden Cook. And also back there with him, Michael Daniels. Here comes a man in motion. They're going to give to Daniels up the middle. He cuts back in the inside. He's going to pick up about 6 to about the 22. So that was a nice cutback by Daniels that time, Mike, as he saw it kind of closing down. He cut up. Good 6-yard possession for Clyde.
Yep, Maddox Simcoe was able to come up from his linebacker spot and make that tackle.
Moving right to left. We've got 9:32 here in the first quarter, playing no score. Both teams with a possession. Here comes a man in motion again for Clyde. And back is Cook. Cook's rolling to his right. He's looking. He's going to throw one out here. It's going to be high and caught. And for a first down. And climbing the ladder for the Flyers, I believe, was Wilson. Let's go right down to Brad Bannister. Was that Wilson on the reception?
That was absolutely Wilson. He did a great job keeping his feet in bounds. Nice pass by Cook. And he even landed on his shoulder, which he's been struggling with. Bounced right back up, ready to go.
And that was a high-point reception, Mike. He went way up for that.
Yeah, absolutely. The defensive back was right there on him, and he went up too, but Wilson was able to get a little bit higher and catch the ball in his hands and bring it down.
See, Clyde's been bringing Chancey Miracle in at a slot back, running across. This time it will be another replay. They're going to hand off to Daniels at the middle. He's going to bounce to the outside. No, it's going to be Miracle, I believe, and he's going to get it. And no, it's not. It's going to be Daniels. He'll get the first down to the 43. Again, a wonderful cutback, and that's going to be a pickup of 12. And Daniels right now, he's got about 18 yards and 2 carries, Mike.
Yeah, that was a nice job of just being able to get into that line of scrimmage and make a nice cut to the outside and bring it upfield.
We'll go down to Brad Bannister first chance we get to look at the size of these two teams down on the field. From here, they look like they match up pretty well. Columbia maybe with some size advantage. We'll see. Clyde with 2 receivers to the far side, 1 here in the slot. And Cook back. Cook looking. He's going to pitch it out here. It's going to be the Daniels. He's going to put his head down, spin, and he's going to pick up about another 5, almost 6. Going to spot him at the 48-yard line. So let's say a pickup of 5.
Yeah, that time it looked like A.J. Hickman was from Columbian who was able to come up and make that stop.
So Clyde committed to run the football here early, Mike.
Yeah, and that's something that, you're going to see Clyde be able to do if they can continue to do that. Look for a little play action coming off of it.
2nd and 5. Man in motion, coming to the near side. And here's Cook. He's going to pitch it again. Same thing. Here comes Daniels again. He's going to get the first down and more. He'll cross the 45 and get dropped right about the 43, almost the 43 of Columbian. That'll be 1st and 10. Clyde now in Columbian territory with 7:24 to go here in the first.
Clyde's doing a nice job just cutting down and breaking down that outside of the defensive line and just creating that seam around the corner, and the defensive backs have to come up and make a stop.
4 receivers set for Clyde, 2 to the far, 2 to the near. Olsen right now and Cabo, we can see their numbers near us right here. Jaden Cook at quarterback. He's going to go ahead and get to Daniels off right tackle. He puts his head down, spins forward. He's going to pick up about 4. He'll get to the 40. So right now, Daniels very fresh. He has been nursing a bit of an ankle, I believe, but he looks pretty fresh here early. Picks up 4. 2nd down and 6. 6:46 to go here in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, we've seen all year where Daniels doesn't need a really big hole to be able to get through. It's a little bit of a crease, and he is able to get up into that and make a nice cut, which, again, he did there for 5.
Clyde with a little pitch action. We have not seen that this year so far. Comes a man in motion into the slot. Jaden Cook looking for the snap. He's going to give it down again. He's going to go up the right side. He's going to keep his feet moving. He powers more. He gets the first down more. Feet still moving down to the 25. And right now, Michael Daniels having his way with the Columbian defense.
Yeah, and it's one thing Columbian's going to have to do is they're going to have to start bringing up their linebackers a little bit tighter to the line, because what's happening is Clyde offensive line is pushing the defensive line back a little bit into the linebackers, and they're not able to pick that up.
Clyde showing a 3-receiver set now, 3 to the near side for us, 1 on the far side. Daniels running with a band, and so far Clyde's got 1 pass in the ball game. Other than that, it's been all Daniels. Drive started on their own 16. They're at the 25 right now. Daniels just to the left of Cook. Here comes Olsen in motion now. He's going to back out into the slot. And they're going to give to Daniels off the right side. He's got the turn and more. Keeps his feet moving, spins and turns. And he's going to get another first down. Let's go down to Brad Bannister, Brad.
Hey, nice job by Mike Daniels. And, John, you alluded to it a little bit earlier, and that is the size matchup for these teams are very similar. Clyde's been going against much bigger line, but they're having a lot of success going up against a similar size line.
So in the Fremont floor covering red zone are the Clyde Flyers. Their first possession. This started on their own 16. They're down at the 15, 5:07 to go. Cook at quarterback. Looking left, looking right. He's going to look for the snap. There it is. He's looking. He's going to flare it out here. It's going to be Olsen. Olsen's going to be at the 15. Gets by 1, spins and turns, and he'll get down to the 10. So he'll pick up 5 and get the first down.
It was a nice job by Andrew Cobble out there to make that little stalk block. Once Olsen got that ball, he was able to get around that block, and Cobble just did a nice job of not holding and not grabbing on to the defensive back, which sprung that for nice yardage.
So Clyde in the red zone on the 10, moving right to left. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Single set back as Daniels just to the left of Jaden Cook. Jaden Cook goes out to the team. Now Daniels is going to go to the right side, 4:21 and counting. Jaden Cook looking. He's going to give Daniels at the left side. Head down 5. Spins, turns. He's got 2 or 3 on him, and he can't get in the end zone. They'll stop him. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, they got some help on the defensive side. When he hit the 2, could not turn the corner. Looks like it's going to be, 2nd and goal from the 2.
Yeah, they got it marked at the 2. Yeah, that was all heart by Daniels, just pulling his way down and keeping his feet.
Clyde quickly at the line of scrimmage. Now they got 1 receiver to the near side, 2 to the far side. And the Tiffin Columbian defense trying to stiffen here at the 3:44 mark. First scoring opportunity. Daniels on the left side puts in. Touchdown. Touchdown Clyde. Daniels from a 2-yard run. And here at the 3:39 mark, it is a touchdown Clyde.
Yeah, one thing that Clyde's able to do is they're pretty much dominating the line of scrimmage right now. You know, what Columbia's going to have to do, they're going to have to start moving that defensive line around a little bit. They're just coming straight ahead, and Clyde's able to pick that up to create those little creases, and Daniels does a nice job just getting up in that and getting it over the goal line.
Clyde coming up for McCoy Dickman with the extra point, looking for the snap. There's a snap to hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. All right, at 3:39, your Fremont Athletic Supply scoreboard. It's Clyde 7, Tiffin nothing. We'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Frickin' football is here. Frickers has the games on all the screens, and you score with savings. Enjoy your favorite ice-cold domestic draft personal pitchers for only $6.50. A 48-ounce personal pitcher for only $6.50. And enjoy a plate of your favorite frickin' nachos for just $7. Take your frickin' pick. Frickin' chicken nachos, Mississippi barbecue nachos, or Nacho Supreme, only $7. This season, don't just be a football fan, be a Nacho fan. At the home for fun, food, sports, and spirits, Frickers.
The holidays will be here before you know it. Are you and your home ready for hosting all that extended family, extended meals, and extended wear and tear on your floors? Get ahead of the holiday hustle. Right now at Lottich & Sons Flooring America, it's the family-friendly flooring sale. Save big before the holidays and get special financing. Shop in-store and online. When it comes to flooring, trust the place where friends send friends. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, as Clyde scores, it's 7-0. Clyde, your athletic supplies scoreboard. Tiffin Columbian, little pooch kick by Clyde. Not quite sure why they're kicking it short, but they have a reason. And they'll be Columbian's ball 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Now they want to answer. It says Clyde drive. This Clyde drive was 11 plays, 84 yards, and about 70 of those yards went to Michael Daniels on the ground.
Yeah, he's running real well right now, and that Clyde offensive line is doing a great job of just nullifying the Columbian defensive line.
So it should be Logan Beeston at quarterback here. Looking throw. There's going to be a pass right out the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Quick release there, Mike.
Yeah, Jay Plummer was trailing that a little bit. That could have been a big play, but it was just a little bit behind. And, and it was on a rope, man. That thing was thrown pretty
We haven't seen any seams. There's a lot of slants here so far. Okay, now they're going to go ahead and play action. Beeston rolling. He's going to throw one out here wide open. It's going to be caught. And coming over the left side is going to be the receiver down to the 40. And coming all the way back was Lozier, and also it was Overmeyer coming all the way back to make that tackle.
Yeah, Overmeyer had to come from his inside linebacker spot to help out in that tackle. 1st
and 10, Beeston, hands off up the middle this time, and they're going to give it to their back, and he's going to turn around, pick up about 3, maybe 4, as I'm not sure when they'll blow the whistle at that point in time. Mike is interesting, but it's going to be Max Ray with the carry. If you're familiar with that name, Max Ray, obviously out of the Bellevue area. Pick up a 4. 2nd down and 6, 2:49 to count, 7-0 here. Clyde with the lead. Now Columbian threatening at the Clyde 36-yard line. Looking to throw Beeson, looking. He's going to dump it out here. It's going to be caught out to the left side. It'll be a 1st down. And getting across the 25 down to about the 23 with the pass.
Yeah, Will Lozier was able to come across and make that stop. But that was just a nice play. Just cleared it out. Was able to get that open area. And right in front of the defensive backs, behind the linebackers, Lozier had to come from the safety spot to make his tackle.
Quick to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at the 23. Beeson looking at the throw. He's going right into the end. He's got a guy wide open. It's going to be caught.
Nope,
he dropped it. He could not be more wide open.
No, those are the tough ones to catch when you're that wide open. Brady Wilson was behind him about 3 yards, and he just went right down the middle of the seam. And the ball was put where it needed to be.
We said every pass has been a slant. They went down the seam that time, and they split the defense wide open. 2nd down and 10. Beeson looking for the snap. He's going to hand off in the middle of the field. It's going to be a gain of maybe a yard. I'll get down to the 24.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of running room in that middle right there. Walker Britt was right there as well as Blue Norman. Just stuffing that up. There's not much of a seam to be able to run through.
Of course, Beeston, the junior quarterback, 6'4". 3 receivers to the near side. He's looking to roll this way, rolling right. Looking. He's going to throw it out here in the middle. It's going to be caught and going out of bounds at the 6. And that one, it looked like Olsen tried to go for the ball and wasn't able to knock it down just over his fingertips. And it'll be 1st and 10 in the Female Athletic Supply red zone.
Yeah, that was a pass. It was just over top of the linebacker and right in front of the safety. Perfect
They're going
place
to spot
to put
that at the 7. Handoff, cutting back up the middle. Solid tackle in the middle. Of course, who's going to make that tackle. It's going to be, I believe, Dylan Overmeyer on the tackle. He'll pick up maybe a yard. And they're going to say, well, for no gain.
Yeah, that was a nice job of just being right on the line of scrimmage. You thought there was a cutback, but got wrapped up as soon as he put his foot in the ground and tried to move it back to the middle of the field.
First quarter moving quickly, Mike. 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Clyde leading 7-0. Here comes Columbian. They're going to fake the handoff, a little play action looking in there. He's going to throw it in the end zone, and it's going to be caught. It will be a catch and a touchdown.
That's one that
Simcoe.
Simcoe just kind of got lost in the defensive secondary. He was able to go towards the middle, cut it to the outside, just stand there, and no defensive back picked him up, and that was a nice pass. He put it right on the money.
Well, look to me, we can go down to Brad Bannister after this extra point. Looked to me like he was sitting on the ground when he caught the ball. I mean, he was right there. So with the extra point, trying to tie the ball game. Looking for the snap. There's a snap. There's a hold. The kick is up, and it looks to me like it is good. So we are tied here at 7. The Fremont Athletic Supply scoreboard. So Brad Bannister that time. Simcoe down in the corner, but he had to go pretty low. Actually looked like he maybe was sitting on the ground when he caught that ball.
Yeah, it seems like it's almost like on purpose for the Tiffin Tornadoes. They seem like they're always throwing these passes low to where maybe the receiver can catch it and nobody else can. But I'll tell you what, they're fast, they're quick, they're slicing across the field a lot, making it tough on this zone for Clyde.
Yeah, this is a tale of two different offenses. Clyde moved the ball down the field 70 yards on the ground. They just threw the ball down the field to be able to get down in the end zone. So this is, passing game, and it's a beautiful night. That, that passing game is not going to be affected at all by the weather.
So Sunrise Cooperative already has donated $200 to Fuel and the Cure campaign with those 2 touchdowns by each team. So here we are, 1:05 to go, tied up at 7 in Tiffin. That was a 9-play, 60-yard drive for the Tornadoes, and it took them about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go that distance. So Beeston came in and lit it up.
Yeah, and the thing that, their running game, they're going to have to try the perimeter because they're not getting anything up the middle on Clyde defense.
All right, so let's see how they kick it. They're going to kick it over end. It'll be along the sideline, picked up for Clyde at the 20 to the 30, around the right sideline and getting upended at about the 32. Clyde will have it 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line, tied at 7. So Brad Bannister right now, boy, it looks to have the makings of a pretty good contest here tonight.
Right. Well, it's exactly what you would want out of a high school game. 2 very competitive teams that play hard or coached well, and so far it's lived up to the billing.
It's going to be interesting to see if Clyde comes out and sticks with that run game and, continue to move the ball down the field or get a little play action in here and see if they can get Brady Wilson or Cobble involved.
Well, both teams will be making adjustments as the game goes on. So let's see if the Tiffin defense does something different. Clyde's got 4 receivers set right now, 2 to each side. Here comes one in motion from the right to the left. So they bring a defender with them back to throw. They're looking, and they're trying to go deep. They got a man wide open, and it's caught at the 30. It's a foot race to the 20, to 10, down to the 6. Oh, my. Perfect pass by Jaden Cook, and Clyde threatening on one play.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Woo!
And I believe that was Brady Wilson. Is that right, Bert?
That's absolutely right, and he doesn't get caught by many people.
No, and the thing about it is Brady Wilson's a state competitor in the 110 hurdle, so he's got the speed to be able to get that ball down the field.
That was about a 62-yard pass. 33 seconds to go here in the quarter. Clyde threatening. On the 7, handoff to Daniels. This time they stunt the linebacker, and they throw him for a loss back to 11. So there's the first adjustment by Columbian. Now, Clyde could play action off that, Mike.
They definitely could because the linebackers are vacating where they're at, and that's bringing the tight end across the middle. But you're going to have time because he got across there very quickly.
That looks to be the first quarter play. Of course, the play clock at 25, and we got 4 seconds here. So after 1 here in Tiffin, it is Tiffin 7. It's Clyde 7. We'll be back with the second quarter of action on 92.1 The Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Taking care of each other is what community is all about. That's a priority at Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. For over a century, they've proudly served the Fremont community and surrounding area with personal, compassionate care. They're dedicated to helping families create personalized, meaningful final tributes to honor your loved one's life. For information, call or visit HannemanFH.com. Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. They've expanded their family to better serve yours. PT Services, your premier hometown therapy provider, is now open at 1800 West State Street in Fremont, Ohio, offering physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech pathology, and wellness programs that focus on the health and well-being of our community. Their staff is dedicated to providing expert care as they help you achieve your goals. Ask your doctor to send you to PT Services Rehabilitation, providing individualized care to give you excellence in motion. For more information, visit them at ptsrehab.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back to the second quarter of action here on Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. We're in Tiffin. It's Tiffin Columbian and Clyde Flyers, knotted at 7. Clyde, though, with about a 60-plus yard pass from Cook to Wilson, puts Clyde in the red zone. That's a 3 or 4 yard loss on their first run. It is 2nd and goal from the 11, moving left to right. And now it looks like Cook's up under center. Comes a man in motion. They're going to fake it. They're going to play action. They're looking in the end zone. Cook's going to keep it himself. He's going to spin and turn, and Cook hit the pylon. And what is it? If you hit the pylon, let's go down to Brad Bannister. Generally, if you hit that pylon, that's a touchdown. But, Brad, what did you see?
Yeah, it looks like his foot might have hit the out-of-bounds line before the ball hit the pylon.
All right, so his foot hit the out-of-bounds line at the 1. So it'll be 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal at the 1. Cook with it. Hands off. Daniels walks in. Touchdown, Clyde.
Boy, I tell you what a way to answer that touchdown from Columbian. Now, when you get that big 60-yard pass play, Jaden Cook did a great job of just putting that ball right into Brady Wilson's hand, right in stride, and was able to get that ball all the way down, and then did a nice job of not trying to force the ball in and just ran it down to the about 1 foot line to give Daniels that opportunity to put the ball across and get 6.
So team start score here in Tiffin. Morrison's going to be the holder this time. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. All right, well, guess what? We're going to take our quarter timeout, so we've got the rest of the quarter to bring you the ball game. 11:49 to go in the first half. It's Clyde 14, Tiffin 7. We'll be back after this.
ACJ Overhead Door of Fremont are your installation and service experts, specializing in both residential and commercial garage doors and operators. Don't risk trying to do the repairs yourself, especially when it comes to broken springs. Let the professionals at ACJ take care of that for you. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, ACJ offers a full line of doors from economy to premium to fit any budget, with free estimates on installation. ACJ Overhead Door, serving Sandusky and surrounding counties. For more information, call 419-341-6586 or online at acjoverheaddoor.com.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Flyers. Go Flyers!
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back to Tiffin. It is Clyde 14, Tiffin 7. Columbian, they get the kickoff, and then another short one. They're going to have the ball at their own 40 again. That was a 4-play, 65-yard drive by the Flyers with Daniels with a 1-yard run. So they take the lead as they quick strike offense hits the field. Here comes Tiffin. Of course, if they continue their system, it will be Braden Rogo at quarterback, as he and Beeston take turns. Right, 2 receivers on the near side. They got 1 in the wing, and they're looking to throw. Here he comes. He's going to throw one right across the middle, wide open across in front of that zone. And it will be 1st and 10 at the 43 of Clyde.
Yeah, they're not going to change up what they've done. I mean, Clyde changed up running the ball, making that long pass, but Columbia's going to continue to put that ball in the air.
1st and 10 at Clyde 43. Here they go, man in motion. They're going to go ahead and do a counter in the middle. And this time I think it's Jackson's going to get it. And he'll get upended, but he's going to get some yardage on there and move it to the 34.
Yeah, just a little misdirection. Pulled the guard around to get up in on the linebacker.
That's a nice play call.
That was a nice play call.
2nd and short at the Clyde 34. Again, handoff in the middle, looking for somewhere to go. Boy, got stuck right at the line of scrimmage. Depends on where they get it. They're going to give him the first down. So second effort gets the first down, and I believe Jackson gets it, and it'll be 1st and 10 Columbian at the Clyde 32.
Yeah, and that was the same play. They pulled the guard around again, and that time Clyde was ready for it, but they still got the first down.
So some adjustments already. Looking to throw. Looking. He's going deep. He's going in the end zone wide open. It's going to be caught. And it will be a touchdown, Tiffin.
Yeah,
let's go down to Brad Bannister. Found out, Brad, who was on coverage here for Clyde.
That was Conley beating Abe Borison and Will Lozier to the corner. He had a good 3-4 yards of separation, and I tell you what, that quarterback dropped it right where he needed to.
Yeah, that's the second long pass we've seen. We saw Cook throw a nice one down to Wilson, and at that time right there, that was a good, right on the money pass for Columbian.
Extra point. Kick is blocked. It's no good. So Columbian unable to get the extra point. So Clyde sticks with the lead 14-13. That was a 1-2-3. That was a 4-play, 60-yard drive. So the last two scoring ones have been 4 plays, 65 for Clyde, 4 plays, 60 yards for Columbian. And, folks, we have a rabbit race out here on the field tonight.
Yeah, if you bet on the over and under,
yes.
I would take that over.
My goodness. 14-13, 10:34 to go here in the first half of play. These two teams are matching up pretty well.
Yeah. John got a couple scores here real quick
go
for
ahead.
you. Sandusky in the first quarter up 7-zip over Norwalk. We have Bellevue 8, Perkins 0 in the first quarter. Edison's up 13-0 over Willard. Ross and St. John's 0-0 still in the first quarter.
And I think we got an update from the station that's Ross 7-3 right now. So that's a little bit behind Sandusky 7-0. And also one other score I think that we are looking at is Port Clinton 14-0 over Vermilion and Hopewell 19-0 over St. Joe in the first quarter of play. Too much, Brad. Here's a kickoff. Left-footed kicker. Fielded at the 25 to the 30. Plummer with it. He's going to hit, spin, and get dropped, and then pushed down a little push-off on there. Mike Martin, did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Seth Bevel, kind of helped himself up off of Plummer's back when after the tackle. But, that's something that, officials, if they wanted to, that could be a little bit of taunting there.
All right, so it is going to be 1st and 10. Clyde leading 14-13, 10:29 to go. And both these teams are matching up well here tonight at Frost-Kalnow. 2 receivers of the far side, Clyde now moving left to right, 2 receivers to the near. And this near side, you've got Cobble and also Olson. Cook looking. Of course, it's also Columbian trying to jump on that call. The cadence by the Clyde quarterback, see if they can get a jump here. Looks like they want to blitz. Here they go, and they do. Daniels right up the middle of the field. And Daniels be very close to the first down. What a great play call. They're going to give him the first down to the 43. So Mike Martin, that was a blitz by their linebackers, and Daniels ran right by it.
Yeah, they guessed wrong. They came to the outside gap. Simcoe was coming up to the other gap, and he was 10 yards deep to be able to make that stop.
So they're showing man-to-man tight coverage on Cobble, but they're showing a little bit of space over there against Wilson. Here comes Olson in motion from the right to left. Now he'll set 3 receivers on the left side. Looking. They're going to go seam pattern down the right side for Cobble. And that should be a penalty. Oh, my. The defender had Cobble's hand the whole way.
Yeah, Trey Reeves had, he had his arm on Cobble. And I don't know if he was impeding his ability to get down the field. But the officials didn't see it that way, so they let it go.
It's pretty clear. All right, so 2nd down and 10, 9:49 to go. 1-point lead by the Flyers. They have the ball. They're at their own 43. So maybe they're going to let them play a little bit tonight, I guess.
Yeah, that
He had a pretty good hold on that hand for about 15 yards. So Clyde wanting to throw the ball. 3 receivers to the far side. Again, Cobble here on the near side.
Right now, Columbian, when they start out with a straight man-to-man. And then when they go motion, then they slide back into a zone and put the safety deep.
Right. Single safety deep. So, here we go. Looking for the snap. Cook's going to look back over. Now they're going to come up and man up. Cook's looking. He's going to low snap. It's a low snap, and that time it's tough handoff to Daniels. He got pancaked for a loss back to the 42. And that time they guessed right, Mike Martin, the Columbian Tornadoes defense.
Oh, they did. They just came right up through that line. Nobody was on. I think that was Dawson Daly who came across that and made that huge stop.
So Clyde scored on both their possessions, but this third possession, they've got 3rd down 11. First time we've seen this, 9:20 to go in the half. 3 to the far side, 1 to the near. Daniels right next. Cook back to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw one down the left side. He throws it up in the air, and it's going to be in and out of the hands. Let's go down to Brad Bannister right in front of you, Brad.
Right to Griffin Knopf. Just a little bit out of his reach, but Knopf's made a great attempt at the ball.
So it'll be 4th down 11. Clyde will have to punt.
That was a great job of Noss just hugging that sideline because he kind of got lost. The safety came to the inside of the field.
Sure.
Because there was a post coming. So the safety did not stay deep, and he was open, just could not make that connection.
So generally in this formation, 4th down, it'll be Cook to step back to go ahead and quick punt. Let's see what he does. But they're showing 4th and 11. 9:07, now he'll step back, and they'll drop somebody back to receive the punt. It's a low snap, and Cook luckily gets it off. And it's going to be fielded, bounced. It'll be up in the air. It's going to be caught and dropped right at the 23. That was a little dangerous, to say the least, but it'll be Columbian's ball, 1st and 10 at the 23, Mike.
Yeah, that's definitely dangerous. So not unless you can get it, a perfect bounce right to you. But he was reaching out for that, and he did drop it, put it on the ground, but he was able to fall right on top of it. So, lucky that they were able to get that ball back because Clyde wasn't able to get down the field quick enough.
So they flipped field possession. Columbian got at their own 43. They got their own 40, got at their own 40. Now they're at their own 23 for the first time tonight. A beast in at quarterback. He's the one that let him down. He's back to throw already. He's going straight across the middle. It's going to be caught on the fly at the 40, at the 30, 20, 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Columbian.
Yeah, that's way too much speed out there right now. One thing that this Tiffin Columbian team, last spring in track, they had a 4x1 relay team at the state meet, and I believe some of those guys that you're seeing out there right now are on that team.
So at the 8:45 mark, it takes one play to go 77 yards. And Tiffin opens up the lead here on Clyde. And we are seeing touchdowns. And did you see that? Brought to you by Eye Centers of Northwest Ohio. C2020 with a customized eye care plan at the Eye Centers of Northwest Ohio. 1914 with a chance to make it 20. They're going for 2. It's a high snap. They're going to go outside, and they will not get it. So they will not get the extra point. So there's 2 extra point possessions for Tiffin that have not scored, but they do have a 5-point lead. It is now Tiffin Columbian 19 and Clyde 14. We'll take a wild card timeout here. 8:45 to go in the half. We'll be back after this.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. A referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, when we get back to action here with 8:42 to go, it is Tiffin Columbian now with the lead. Your Fremont Athletic Supply scoreboard, 19, Clyde 14. Columbian went for 2, could not convert. Clyde with the football with 8:42 to go. Boy, this has been back and forth. Mike Martin, we've seen a whole lot of everything here tonight.
Yeah, we saw Clyde go down the field running the ball the first series, and we saw Clyde throw the ball down the field. We've seen Columbian just continually throw the ball down the field.
Both quarterbacks for Columbian just excel. So they're going to hand off to Daniels. Daniels puts his head down. This time they stop him. He will twist and turn to about the 28. He's going to pick up maybe a yard at the most. It'll be 2nd down and 9. So right now, if you're the Flyers, Mike, you don't want to panic, but you do want to kind of run some clock, try and get a score and get this offensive Tiffin off the field, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do? What do you do for that?
Well, you look at the linebackers right there. Max Ray came up. He shot the gap real quick.
And here we go. It's going to be a possession pass for Clyde. And getting the first down and more down the left side will be the Flyers. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. There's a nice individual effort on that catch.
Oh, yeah, nice job by Brady Wilson to catch the ball, anticipate behind him, and spin around and head up the sideline. I do like the controlled passing attack for Clyde right now.
15-yard pickup by Clyde, moving left to right. And that's exactly what I was going to say, Mike, just some possession passing, baby. You don't have to go for it all, but Wilson here lined up deep here along the sideline. They're going to match up man-to-man on him. In single safety in the back. Cook has got a man in motion. Looking for the snap. He's going to give it to Daniels off the left side. He puts his head down, spins up the middle of the defense. He's going to pick up almost 5. He'll pick up 4, let's say, to the 47.
You know, one thing that Columbian's doing now is they're getting a little more penetration, and their linebackers coming up and forcing that a little bit deeper.
You know, one thing that we don't see in the Clyde passing attack, they run none of those slants that you see from Tiffin. And that slant actually would be open against this defense right now if they decided the way those linebackers are, you know, coming up close to the line of scrimmage. They're trying to put 8 in the box right now. They do have 8 in the box now. They'll drop back. Man in motion coming to the near side. Cook, hands off, up the middle, straight up the middle. And it's picking up a few and getting across the 50 down to the 49. That'll look at a different running back in there that time.
That was Daniels. Right. And Max Ray, again, coming up from that linebacker spot to make that play. And one thing Max Ray's doing right now is, you know, they're really not sending him, but he's reading a lot quicker than he did the first series that Clyde moved the ball down the field running.
Well, Max Ray gave up the crimson and gray for the navy and gold. And here's just a handoff. It's going to be a keeper. And it'll be straight up the middle. It'll be first down Clyde at the 46. Took on the quarterback keeper, gets the first down, keeps the ball in Clyde's hands. Right now, Tiffin 19, Clyde 14, 6:44 to go here in this first half of play. This game moving pretty quick. So everybody thought that this would be a pretty good contest. Of course, Columbian, obviously Division III, but they've got everybody coming back from that state semifinal football team last year, and you can tell they're playing like there's not a lot of thinking going on, Mike, out there. They're just playing the game. Cook back to throw. They're going to blitz him. He's going to step up in the pocket. He gets away. Here comes Cook. He can run it. And Cook's going to juke his way to about the 40. Cook is going to pick up about 5 or 6 on the scramble. And that's the one thing that Cook has. He does have speed.
Yeah, and that was just a great job of getting out of that. He was wrapped up. He was dead to rights back there for at least a 7-yard sack. And he was able to squirm out of that and pick up, you know, a good 6 yards.
Second down and 4. We'll go down to Brad Bannister after this and check out in the sidelines. He is on the Clyde sidelines, I believe. And Cook looking to throw. He's looking. He's flushed again. This time he's going to have to get rid of it. He does. He gets it in Carson in the middle of the field. And it'll be a first down to Clyde down to the 24. And that time, Brad Bannister, Cook bought some time and found the open receiver in the gap there. First and 10.
Yeah, Tiffin's doing a much better job of putting pressure on the offensive line as well as Jaden Cook. And Cook himself did a nice job getting that ball out to Griffin.
Quick snap. Daniels up the middle. He breaks the first containment. And I tell you what, he picks up almost 7. We'll call it almost 8. Down to the 16. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the ground. The clock's still running. 5:45 to go.
Yeah, Clyde, a little tempo of their own right now.
With the football up the middle. And I believe, let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, did he get the first down or is he just short?
They're marking him about a yard short.
Okay, they're going to spot it where at? Right on the 15?
About the 15.
Okay, so it'll be third down and short. Last time, Clyde just put Cook under center and went for it. This time, they're not going to give it up the middle, and I believe they got the first down.
Yep, got it by about a half yard.
All right, so down to almost the 13. It'll be first and 10 inside the Fremont floor covering red zone. Clyde substituting now offensively, about 3 or 4 players. 5:11 to go, clock running. Tiffin up 19-14 in this ball game, and both teams offensively playing exceptionally well. Tight setup for Clyde. Here comes a counter. It's going to be Overmeyer. Overmeyer's going to left side, right side, touchdown!
Yeah,
a little wingback counter, and boy, it ran it to perfection.
That's it. Pull guard tackle around, get up inside, and get that linebacker, just seal that linebacker off. And the receivers did a nice job of stalk blocking out there around the perimeter. And Obermeyer, he showed that he's got some speed. He's not just a defensive standout. He can run the ball and put it in the end zone as well.
So Clyde
took their entire skill player arsenal out of that game, and they went complete jumble with extra linemen.
Yep.
That was an 11-play, 73-yard drive for the Clyde Flyers. Looking for the snap. It's low. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the kick is good. We'll keep it right here. So your Fremont Athletic Supply in-game scoreboard now, Clyde 21 and Tiffin Columbian 19. Wow, I tell you what, a lot of offense tonight on the field for both squads, and it has been a joy to watch, Mike.
Yes, it has. And one thing that we know with Columbian, they're not going to need a whole 454 to be able to put that ball in the end zone. Clyde has 3 timeouts. Tiffin has 3 timeouts. So, those could come into play.
We could see 2 more possession by both teams.
Absolutely. That's like, what these timeouts. So they, are going to be able to conserve those. And if Columbian's able to move the ball like they have been the last couple possessions, they might be using those timeouts and Clyde gets the ball back.
And we'll tell you, Columbian's had great field possession the entire game. Clyde does not kick it deep. And so, therefore, they'll get a good field position here in this one, too. And Dickman will approach it. It's just a little squibber, bounce along the sidelines, and will be recovered, I believe, by the Tornadoes at about the 38.
Yeah, that looked like it was going out of bounds. One thing that the person that fielded that ball, they were kind of like, should I get it? Should I not get it? Should I let it go out of bounds?
Yeah.
And then at that point, Clyde was right there, and they could have jumped on that. So it's a good job of, just jumping on it and bringing the ball out of bounds.
So Braden Rogo should be the one coming in to lead here. Boy, Beeston has looked awful good. Both quarterbacks have to be honest. And with 4:54 to go, Clyde up 21-19. Columbian with the ball moving right to left as you hear it here tonight. They're looking to throw. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Going to go run the right side. Going to get tackled for a gain of 1. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, who was on the coverage that time? Because was that a broken play or was that a quarterback keeper?
I think that was a design quarterback run, and that was big 77 for Clyde getting out there and making the tackle.
Yeah, it was Jordan Lee who was able to come up and make that stop.
Right, 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Looking. Being pressured, in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. And now we're going to have a penalty. This is what I don't understand. He was sacked with 5 players around him, no whistle, and then a late penalty. So we'll see what the call is. Brad, was that another penalty against Clyde?
Well, if they do call that, it's exactly what you said, John. They did not blow the whistle, and they let them play, and then they're going to turn around and blow a whistle after they wrestle them to the ground.
Right. They're going to walk it off against Clyde. Be real interesting to see what the personal foul face mask is going to say against Clyde.
Okay, face mask, all right.
It's the second time that's happened.
But if they were good, which they didn't, but they're letting them play out there. But that's second personal foul face mask, like you said, John, and that's big penalties.
Well, he was wrapped up for a good couple seconds, and they didn't blow the whistle. So it is what it is. But a big penalty is going to help keep the drive alive. Otherwise, it'd been a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, they're going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught and coming over and stiff arming and getting the 1st down. All right, Bryce Rogo gets a reception from his brother. Olsen on the coverage. Olsen got a pretty good stiff arm. Welcome Tiffin, stiff arm. The ball at the 38. So they've moved from their own 38 to the Clyde 38. 1st and 10. Rogo back looking. He's got right in the pocket. He's going to go ahead and run this time, and he'll get dropped. And no face mask this time. Ball to the 35. Pickup of 3.
Yeah, again, Jordan Lee be able to jump on his back. Jordan Lee, pretty big boy, 6'1", 243, and went for about a 2-yard ride.
Different setup for the Columbian Tornadoes now. 2 receivers. Now they've got a man in motion, and they're going to go ahead and throw it out here. It's going to be low, and it will be, for not, it was going to be a screen pass, but it was a forward pass, incomplete. Jackson, they're looking to get him an open field, as I would too. 3rd down and 8 at the Clyde 38. Excuse me, at the Clyde 35.
Yeah, that play wouldn't have
36-yard line.
Wouldn't have went very far. You had Abe Morrison out there, was on coverage, and he was right there, got past the blocker, would have been able to make that tackle.
Here's a big third down play in the ball game. 3 receivers. Here goes Rogo. He's looking. He's going to throw a seam pattern, and it's going to get caught, but not. And welcome. Abe Morrison gives a little welcome hit to the receiver, drops him at the Clyde 32, pick up a 4, and it'll be 4th down and 4, and they're going to go for it. Clyde's got to be careful not to jump.
Yeah, that's one of those hits where you hit him up high, but you don't use the helmet. So just a nice job. And that
they give a timeout on the field. And I tell you what, 3:10 to go, big 4th down coming up. We'll keep it right here. Brad Bannister, what's the temperature on the sidelines over there?
We're looking at the upper 60s. I believe I have about 68 on my watch right now. But boy, was that a big hit! Abe Morrison heated this place up with that hit.
Wow, that was pretty solid and clean.
Yeah, that's one where you keep the head to the side and you hit chest to chest and drive it back.
Football is a game you can still hit people.
Yeah, you can. You just can't use the hat as much as you used to be able to.
Yeah, and in your day, Mike, if that would have happened, you would never have played.
I would have probably been, probably about 3 minutes, and I'm out of the game.
You've been banished.
I would have been. You're right. I'm not even going to, disagree with that.
The goat would not have no. The goat theory would never have happened.
No.
There'd be no songs written about the goat. All right, 3:10 to go here in the half. 21-19. Clyde nursing the 2-point lead, 3-point lead. Excuse me, 2-point lead, and right now it's going to be 4th and 4. Let's see what Columbian wants to do. 4 yards, not a lot for this offense. Back to throw. Rogo looking. He's looking deep, nothing there. He's going to throw it out. It's going to be incomplete. And that time threw it into double coverage, and it was Plummer on the coverage along with another Clyde defender, I believe Lozier, and they will turn it over on downs for the first time.
I'm not sure exactly why he went there. He had Coper right on the sideline for a first down. He was pretty wide open. He could have just put it right there, got that first down, but he was trying to get it all. And,
well, Mike, he's a sophomore quarterback. That's very good, but he kind of singled that one receiver out. He didn't look for the option that was open. So 3:03 to go. Clyde with a 2-point lead, 21-19, and with the football. Clyde would love nothing better to run these minutes and get a score. So with 3 receivers to the left side, 1 on the near side. Cook is looking at his wrist, getting the play call in. Daniels just to his left. And here they go. They're going to go ahead and screen pass off to the left side. It's going to be completed, but dropped. Boy, great defensive coverage out there by the Columbian Tornadoes. The receiver cut left, should have cut right. And boy, Mike, no gain, maybe a gain of a yard.
Yeah, Simcoe did a nice job of just getting off of that block and coming up and making a nice low tackle.
2nd down and 9, 2:37 and counting. What a first half here tonight, Frost-Kalnow and Tiffin. These two SBC Lake Division teams. Hand off to Daniels up the middle. He's going to cut up the middle, and he's going to get the first down all the way to the 44-yard line. Another nice run. It'll be interesting to see Daniels in reference to his stats. He's got to be almost close to 100 yards in this first half alone, Mike Martin.
Yeah, and that's something that he did not get last week.
3 receivers now to the near, 1 to the left. Here comes Daniels lining up on the right side of Cook. 1st and 10 from the 43 of the Flyers. Moving left to right. Cook back. He's looking. He's going deep. And it's going to be caught. Oh! And it is an unbelievable layout. Was that Wilson again, Brad Bannister?
Yeah, it was Wilson.
Well, we lost Brad Bannister, but I'm going to tell you right now. Wilson.
He laid out for that, and Cook put it right where it needed to be, right on the sideline. Kept him in bounds.
And that ball spotted at the they're going to spot that at the 18-yard line. Unbelievable pass. Wilson, quite an athlete, to say the least. He's been hard. We're going to have a penalty. I think they're going to call a procedure penalty, or they're going to call offsides. Brad Bannister, do you have us down there?
Does not seem like we have Brad right now.
Okay. All right, so it'll be the first penalty, I believe, by Tiffin. That'll move the ball down to the about 12. So in the Fremont floor covering red zone are the Clyde Flyers with 1:27 to go, and this is playing exactly into the hand that they would like, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
2-point lead with the football moving left to right. Got to come away with some points to go into halftime. It's Cook under center. Cook's going to go ahead and hand it off, this time up in the middle of the field and getting close to the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown. And the Flyers, Daniels with a 12-yard run. And my goodness, now we finally have Brad Bannis. We lost you there for a minute, buddy.
Had a little battery check. Got to watch Mike Daniels punch it in, though.
All right, you're distorting pretty good back here again. We're going to have to double-check those batteries at halftime. So Daniels with a 12-yard run with 1:10 to go here in this first half. Looking for the snap. Hold, kick is up, and the kick is close, but it is good. So the extra point is good. So the Clyde Flyers now go up. Should be 28-19.
Well, that's 2 huge passes for Wilson right there. That's something they did not have last week against Perkins. And you can see how, this is definitely helping this Clyde team. 2 big passes. And Cook is doing such a great job at just putting that ball right where it needs to be. He kept that to the sideline, kept it inbounds in front of the defender. And then Wilson made a nice diving catch to land inside, inbounds for that huge gain to get Clyde down there to get in there for that score.
Thanks so much, Mike. Your analysis is second to none. 1:10 to go.
Thanks, John.
Well, that's why you're the second-rated color commentator in North Central Ohio. No, really, it's amazing that Cook has thrown the deep ball on the money. So here's a kickoff by Clyde. It's going to be another squibber. It's going to be recovered by Columbian at their own 46. And don't think for a second that Beeston isn't going to come in and start hurling the ball. 1:09 to go. There's a lot of time on the clock right here. Clyde, worked about, let's see, they scored at the 1:10. So, let's see. So, Columbia is I'm trying to do some of the math here on what time it was, but they had the ball about the 6-minute mark, Mike. So, they took about 5 minutes on that drive. But Cook has been dangerous tonight here at Frost-Kalnow for the Clyde Flyers. Beeston and now looking. Snap, he's rolling to his left. He's looking. He's going to throw a little possession pass out here, a little too high. They second down and 10 from their own 46.
Yeah, they just tried to run 3 receivers, 3 different levels. One with about 5, one about 10, and one at about 17. And he tried to hit the one at 5 and just threw it behind him.
Bellevue over Perkins right now, 20-0. Sandusky over Norwalk, 10-0. Ross 10-3 over St. John's. There's going to be another possession pass out. It's going to be caught and staying in bounds. And it will be 1st and 10 Columbian.
Nope, it's going to be short, and he did get out of bounds.
It's going to be short. He did, Mike. You're right, correct, at the 47 of Clyde. He tried to cut it back up, and you could hear the coaches say, get out of bounds.
Yeah.
They're right behind us. 54 seconds to go here in the half. 28-19 Clyde with the lead, and Tiffin Columbian with the ball. See some excellent quarterback play here tonight and some great receivers. Beeston straight back. He's looking over here again. Another possession pass. It'll be caught. And that should be for the first down. And they will spot it at Corporal with the catch. Corporal kind of seems to be the possession guy, Mike, that they go to. And down to the 41. So it will be 1st and 10 for. Do not look for them to run the football. They might flare it out to Jackson. Let's see. He's back. He's going deep. He's looking deep across the middle. It's going to be caught and getting upended. But catching the ball will be. So Simcoe, boy, I tell you what, Maddox Simcoe's quite a player.
Yeah.
1st and 10 in the Fremont floor covering red zone at the 17.
Lozier did a nice job of hitting him low and making him do a somersault.
He hung on. 33 seconds to go. Beeston back. Looking left. Going into the end zone. He's got a guy open. It's going to be caught. And they're going to say touchdown.
Oh, that was a nice catch. He was able to keep his feet in bounds, reach out for that ball, and just kind of like one of those that you see where you're just going up for the ball and your feet don't come off the ground. You just keep both feet in. That would have been good in the NFL with both feet down.
Absolutely. So Columbian, it didn't take much time. They had a minute 10. They've got about 23 seconds left. So they went about 50 seconds and got into the end zone. Now they're going to go for 2, I'm sure. I'd like to go ahead and let's see what happens.
Yeah, it looks like they're calling the timeout.
We'll keep it right here. So, Brad Bannister, we're probably going to get you up here and get some fresh batteries for you. But I tell you what, boy, what a middleweight fight we have here tonight, right?
Yeah, it is. And, what a way to answer. I mean, you just come right back with a minute. They had a minute 30 or whatever. And they
minute 10.
Yeah, minute 10, and they had 3 timeouts. They just only used 1 timeout right here. Didn't even have to use any timeouts. Did a nice job using that sideline.
Well, they'd like to go ahead and get this 2-point conversion, just cut it to 1. So, again, we'll try to give you some updated scores again. Edison 27-0 over Willard. Ross 10-3 is the last we have. No score, Oak Harbor and Huron at half. Sandusky 10-0 over Norwalk. Bellevue 20-0. Hopewell Loud 19-0 over St. Joe. Port Clinton 14-0 over Vermilion. And Lakota 14-0 over Margaretta. Port Clinton all over. No, that was last week. So that's last week's score. So, Mike, you want to get the 2 points here, right?
Oh, absolutely. You definitely you need to get this in, and that's why they called timeout, to make sure they have the correct personnel. And, the play called that is going to be able to get you 2 on the board.
So what are you going to call here?
I would get him out of the pocket and look for that receiver, get him out of the pocket, and give you that run-pass option.
All right. Easton in. Exactly what he's doing. He's rolling, got a guy wide open. The Clyde defender fell down. That was Plummer. He thought he was going inside, and he just walked into the end zone completely untouched. The extra point was good. So now it's 28-27 with 26 seconds to go. 23 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, that was an excellent pattern. He just put that foot in the ground, went to the inside, and took it to the outside, and shook the defender. Defender slip went down, and wide open, nice, easy pitch and catch for the 2.
So stay tuned for our halftime show. It'll be coming up right after this. Glad you're with us here tonight, all our listeners from the Tiffin area and also from the Clyde area. And remember that this game can be heard on the internet on WOHFradio.com. Click on the Listen Live icon. You can hear this game anywhere. You can pick up the internet. And it's been a thriller here. And right now we got 55 points in this game just in the first half alone. So they're going to add up here.
Yeah. You can bet they're not going to take the foot off the pedal in the second half.
You kind of get the feeling that it's going to take a turnover or something to really alter what's going on here. These 2 teams are just matching up so well. There's a deep kick. It's going to be fielded at the 20 to the 30. Plummer trying to go wide, and he's going to get corralled. 16 seconds to go. So right now, Clemens had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possessions in the first half alone.
And they haven't been long.
No.
They haven't been long. So time of possession is going to be pretty skewed when you get to stats here.
Clyde's have 5 possessions. This will be their 6th. They're just going to take a knee and let it happen. It's going to be halftime. So our halftime score is going to be Clyde 28, Columbian 27. Glad you're with us. Quite a second quarter of action we had here. Stay tuned for our halftime show. Glad you're listening to us. Stay tuned. This is Fremont Federal Credit Union high school football here tonight, live on 92.1 The Wolf, part of the BAS Radio Network.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Man, I love this time of year, but I also love heat when I want it. At Sunrise, we monitor our tanks via a satellite. Yes, that's right. We know exactly how much propane is in your tank. That means we know when to fill your tank back up before you are in any threat of running out. With Sunrise, you can rest assured you will have heat when you want it. So call Sunrise, get set up with your propane needs, and enjoy the season. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Looking for insurance but have a language barrier? See Welty Insurance Group for a comprehensive quote that you can understand. Welty agents will take the time to explain policies and benefits to you, even in Spanish or sign language. Our family protecting yours. Call Welty Insurance Group for insurance quotes you can trust at 419-334-4477. Welty Insurance Group, representing Erie Insurance in Sandusky, Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, and Cary, and at weltyinsurance.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
And hi again, everyone. Welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports as we're now in the back end of the football regular season and await the start of the playoffs in about a month. Other fall sport postseason tournaments are getting ready to get underway. We'll discuss what's coming up with Tim Streed of the OHSAA next on the Ohio News Network.
Farmers at heart. At Beck's, that's who we are. For over 100 years, the Beck family has lived and farmed in central Indiana. Today, we're proud to serve a dedicated community of farmers in Ohio. To us, helping farmers succeed means so much more than just being a great seed supplier. Our family of employees and dealers are committed to helping farmers seek new challenges, push boundaries, and innovate in an ever-changing industry. That's what makes Beck's different. We love what we do. We are and will remain farmers at heart.
I'm Scott DeMauro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income. We believe in great public schools for all students.
Give your home the makeover it deserves at Fremont Floor Covering. Their knowledgeable staff can show you the many floor covering options available. Carpet, vinyl, waterproof flooring, laminate, hardwood, and ceramic tile. Fremont Floor Covering has over 150 carpet and vinyl remnants to choose from. Schedule for a quality professional installation or do it yourself. Quality floor covering at affordable prices since 1997. 12 months, same as cash available. Fremont Floor Covering, near the corner of North Front and State Street.
And yet another major brand just announced it's halting all social media advertising.
The two most overused and abused words in advertising are truth and trust. They are the two most precious commodities for all brands, big and small. As an advertiser, you have to trust your partners to protect your brand's truth using the media consumers trust. Radio. It's on.
We grow small business. Call BAS Broadcasting in Fremont or Tiffin at 419-332-8218 to get started.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We're joined for a few minutes this evening by Tim Streed, Director of Information Services with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tim, thanks for your time. I know you announced recently digital ticketing for all fall sports tournaments. We've seen Ohio State and many collegiate programs go this route. I know change is difficult for some, but tell everybody about the benefits of going this route.
Hey, Skip, great to be with you. Yeah, absolutely. We are all digital on our postseason tournament tickets, and that's for all sports. And you're right that there certainly a change is going to take a little bit of time to implement, but this is now our third year doing some form of online ticketing. This is our first year that it is all online. And, the good thing is that a lot of our schools have already gone this way for regular season events. So hopefully it's not a huge change, but it's a needed change. We have needed to get better controls over the postseason ticketing for a long time, and this is one way that will help do that.
And I know you'll have an announcement soon in regards to tickets for the state football championships. Hard to believe that we're just 4 weeks away from the postseason getting underway. We touched on this at the beginning of the year. We know that not everybody was happy as far as the expanded playoffs, but do you get the sense now after 7 weeks, some people may have softened their opposition to that? I mean, I think it's great.
I think so. Yeah, it's been such an interesting study over the past, maybe 8-9 months when we announced that the playoffs were going to expand to 16 teams per region. There were certainly some that were not happy about that. Certainly there's some that want the football playoffs to be a small number of schools. But the thing that I've seen the past couple of weeks is a lot of those schools that are right now, maybe they're 3-4, maybe they're even 2-5, but they still have some winnable games coming up. Those teams are still in it. They still have a shot. And, in past years, those teams would have been done. And I'm just seeing a lot of, especially social media chatter about, hey, if we get, 2 more wins or we get another big win in week 8, we'll have enough points and we'll be in. And so I've been really happy with just the heightened level of excitement with more schools still playing for a postseason shot. So that's been really refreshing. And real quickly about the playoffs, Tim, I know you've established what nights each division will be playing. Yes, we have. On Friday nights during the playoffs, that'll be divisions 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then on Saturday nights, that's divisions 5, 6, and 7. And so the biggest 4 divisions play on Friday, then 5, 6, 7 on Saturday, and all games kick off at 7. It's hard to believe some fall sports tournaments are already getting underway. Heck, golf sectional play just started this week. It did, yeah. We had sectional golf for Division 2 and 3 across Ohio this past week, and then a Division 1 sectional golf starts next week. So hard to believe we're already here, but what a fun time. And, of course, we're still navigating the pandemic in certain areas, but just so happy that we're moving forward with all of our sports on time to play our tournaments. So certainly that time of year we're very excited. Up next will be tennis, and then volleyball, field hockey, cross country, etc. Soccer gets underway in about a month or so. How cool was it to get the soccer state championships in the new Lower.com field in downtown Columbus? Oh, that was great. We were there 2 weeks ago for a site visit, and that was my first time there. I'm actually going to a crew game in a couple weeks, but that was my first time there, and just what an amazing facility. So we have 3 divisions in soccer for girls and boys. So those 12 teams, they get to go to Lower.com and be in the, under the stadium, be in the locker rooms, walk out on the field. That's going to be a very memorable moment for them and their fans. And soccer is one of those too, where the crew just really embraces high school soccer. They want to be the home of the high school state championships, and that's just a great thing to be part of. Tim Street of the OHSAA, we always love catching up. We'll touch base soon, okay? Sounds good. Thanks, Skip. And we'll be right back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Jake Gross from Jackson Milton High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
Oh, I just love hitting people, to be honest with you. Play every play as hard as possible. It's my last year. I'm giving it all the time, to be honest with you.
Yes, Jake loves the game of football, but he's got many other interests as well. He's on the prom and homecoming committees at Jackson Milton High School, in the Livestock Club, Quiz Bowl and Drama Club, along with Key Club and SAD.
I just like to do stuff, be active with everybody, socialize, it's fun.
Another love is agriculture.
I see it as like a good opportunity to see the world and to understand more or less how people communicate with each other.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Get the ultimate in carpet performance that is pet and kid friendly with carpeting from Fremont Floor Covering. See the new styles that are made of sure soft nylon with built-in microban technology and a lifetime pet and soil resistant warranty. This carpeting is also backed by a 100-day consumer satisfaction warranty. See store for details. For easy maintenance carpet, get to Fremont Floor Covering near the corner of North Front and State Street in Fremont. Good luck for a winning season.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks once again to Tim Streed of the Ohio High School Athletic Association for joining us tonight. Again, tickets for those state championship games will be going on sale soon. Check out their website at ohsaa.org for more information. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
Since 2009, Sunrise Cooperative has been a proud supporter of Fueling the Cure. Fueling the Cure is an initiative set up to fund the research at The Ohio State University to find experimental medicines and foods to benefit people afflicted with cancer. Without you, our customers, this initiative would not exist. But thanks to you and our partners, we have been able to donate over $1.7 million. Every propane delivery is another dollar to the cause. Call us at 419-668-3955 to get involved. Fueling the Cure with Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about. Your local Erie agent is Welty Insurance Group. Get a quote at 419-334-4477 or visit weltyinsurance.com. Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
ACJ Overhead Door of Fremont are your installation and service experts, specializing in both residential and commercial garage doors and operators. Don't risk trying to do the repairs yourself, especially when it comes to broken springs. Let the professionals at ACJ take care of that for you. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, ACJ offers a full line of doors from economy to premium to fit any budget with free estimates on installation. ACJ Overhead Door serving Sandusky and surrounding counties. For more information, call 419-341-6586 or online at acjoverheaddoor.com.
In a world where football is king, BAS Broadcasting has what you need.
It's the BAS Broadcasting Football Guide. It's got news. It's got schedules for all of your favorite area high school, college, and pro teams. And it's got the broadcast schedules for all the BAS radio stations. The BAS Broadcasting Football Guide. Get yours today at one of these fine sponsors.
Sandusky County Veteran Services, Tri-Motor Sales, UIS Insurance and Investments, and the Sandusky County Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, it's halftime at Frost-Kalnow Stadium here in Tiffin. What a shootout in the first half. Our halftime score brought to you by Fremont Athletic Supply. Clyde 28 and Tiffin 27. And it's been a great first half, and we'll get Mike Martin in with some stats after this, but I want to give you some scores right now at halftime. Third quarter, Port Clinton over Vermilion, only 14-0, Mike. I expected that game to be a little bit bigger explosion by the Port Clinton offense. Hopewell Loud, well, they're all over Fremont St. Joe, 31-0 at half. Running clock there again, 28-27, Clyde winning here. Bellevue 20-0 over a good Perkins team we saw last week. That's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, that is a surprise. But when that Bellevue offense gets rolling, you know, it's hard to stop them. And we saw them. They have a very formidable defensive front that, will put a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, it must be their defense that's doing well because of the speed and the height that they have. Perkins, you would expect Perkins to be on the board, but nope, they held him out of the end zone. Sandusky 10-0 over Norwalk at half. Here's the one game we had called maybe the feature game in the Bay Division. Oak Harbor and Huron, no score at halftime between those two teams at Oak Harbor. Fremont Ross, 10-3 was our last score we had here against Toledo St. John's Jesuit. And at halftime, Edison all over Willard. The Crimson Flashes struggling here tonight, 41-0. And then finally, Lakota Raiders they're up at the Duck Pond and visiting Castelia Margaretta. They're winning 14-0 at half. So we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back and get the stats from Mike and get ready to set up our second half. Boy, if it's anything like the first, this one to go down the wire. We'll see how teams make adjustments and what happens, but right now it has been a fantastic high school football game. I want to remind you, you're listening to Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football here tonight live on 92.1 The Wolf, part of the BAS Network.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. I found another interesting fact I wanted to share. Did you know that being behind a slow-moving combine for 5 miles equals the same amount of time you would spend getting stuck at 2 red lights in town? Keep this in mind and give our farmers some room to work and give yourself the opportunity to appreciate all the fall colors of the season. Being safe and going slow behind a combine has to be more enjoyable than sitting through 2 traffic lights in town. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Hi, I'm Nick Cray, CEO of Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1 The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Stop into any of our convenient locations to check out the credit union difference. We offer checking account options with lots of perks, all with a free debit card, free online banking, and mobile access with the convenience of nationwide shared branching. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us today at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
PT Services, your premier hometown therapy provider, is now open at 1800 West State Street in Fremont, Ohio. Their clinic offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies, along with specialized wellness programs that focus on the health and well-being of our community. They work hard to offer individualized care that helps you achieve your rehabilitation and wellness goals. Ask your doctor to send you to PT Services Rehabilitation, providing individualized care to give you excellence in motion. For more information, visit them at ptsrehab.com.
Now is the time to think big, shop small. Start a trend, it'll help us all.
BAS Broadcasting and 92.1 The Wolf are proud to heighten awareness for consumers to buy local whenever possible. This is part of a year-long commitment BAS Broadcasting has made to get consumers to buy local by thinking big and shopping small. It will help us all.
Think big, shop small. It'll help us all.
We're making the impossible possible.
Join Stand Up to Cancer for one night. Tune in Saturday, August 21st at 8, 7 Central on ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back to our featured broadcast tonight on the BAS Sports Network. It is Tiffin Columbian and Clyde in a battle here tonight at Frost-Kalnow, 28-27. Clyde with the lead. I'll give you the scoring, and Mike's going to give you the stats. So to open up the game, Columbian went, 2, 4, 6, 8, and they punted. Clyde got the ball. Clyde went down, had an 11-play, 84-yard drive. 70 of those yards had Michael Daniels on the ground. 3:39 mark of the first quarter. He ran in from 2. The extra point was good. It was 7-0 Clyde. Columbian got the ball in their own 40. Well, it didn't take them long. They went 9 plays, 60 yards. In just about 2 minutes, it was Simcoe with a 7-yard pass for the touchdown. The extra point was good. We were tied at 7. Then moving into the second quarter, Clyde got the ball right back. They went 4 plays, 68 yards, and that was about a 62-yard pass from, it was, I think, 62 yards to Wilson. Cook to Wilson. That set them up. Daniels with a 1-yard run. 11:49 just underway in the second quarter. Clyde goes up 14-7. Columbian says, hey, we can top that. They went 32-yard pass to Conley, and they went 4 plays, 60 yards, and missed the extra point. So it's 14-13. Clyde went 4 and out and punted. Columbian came back, and with 1 play, it was Beeson hitting Corper for 77-yard touchdown pass. 1 play, 77 yards. Columbian went for 2, missed it. 19-14, or 8:45 and a half. Clyde then came back, had a 11-play, 73-yard drive, and was Overmeyer with a 13-yard run. The touchdown, the extra point was good, and put Clyde up on top 21-19. Columbian went 7 plays and turned it over on downs. Then Clyde got the ball in their own 32, and they went 5 plays, 68 yards. Another long pass to Wilson down the sideline, Mike. With 1:10 to go in the half, it was Clyde 28, Columbian 19, and Columbian got the ball. And in about 50 seconds, they scored. They went, 5 plays, and 54 yards. And it was Simcoe with another touchdown pass. This time they went for 2. The extra points were good and brought them within 1, 28-27, our halftime score. So, Mike, how about some numbers?
All right. Right now, Clyde has 17 first downs. Columbian has 14. Net yards rushing, Clyde 150. Tiffin Columbian only 9. Net yards passing, Clyde 148. So 150 rushing, 148 passing. Pretty balanced. And Columbian has 273. So they're pretty pass heavy right now. Time of possession, Clyde had the ball 15 minutes and 16 seconds. Columbian, with their quick pass attack, only had it 8 minutes, 44 seconds. Some individual stats. Rushing for Clyde, Michael Daniels had 21 attempts. He has 119 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jaden Cook has 4 rushes for 18 yards. Dylan Overmeyer has 1 rush, 13 yards, and that touchdown. For Tiffin Columbian rushing, Max Ray has 4 attempts, 15 yards. Keyshawn Jackson had 3 attempts for 7 yards. Passing, Jaden Cook is 7 of 9, 0 interceptions, 148 yards, 0 touchdowns. Brandon Rogau had 13 attempts and 9 completions, 173 yards, 3 touchdowns. Logan Beeston had 6 completions out of 10 attempts for 102 yards and 1 touchdown. Receiving for Clyde, Brady Wilson had 4 catches, 125 yards. Caden Olsen had 2 for 7. Griffin Offs had 1 for 16. Pass receiving for Columbian, Jack Corper had 6 for 146, 1 touchdown. Brody Conley had 3 for 64 yards, 1 touchdown. Bryce Ragau had 3 for 29 yards and 1 touchdown. And Maddox Simcoe had 1 for 16 yards and a touchdown.
A lot of numbers on the board, Mike Martin. 28-27. Let's see if we can find Brad Bannister into the broadcast right now here at halftime down on the field. Both teams warming up and getting ready. Clyde will get the ball to start the second half, Brad.
Yes, they will. And, they've been scoring fairly well. I like the fact that they're two-dimensional. I think that's something that Tiffin is not. So if they can play a little bit of defense in this half, I really like what they can do and the chance to win.
So watching the Tiffin quarterbacks warm up, they're just sitting there throwing 40-yard pass plays to each other, just throwing the ball up in the air, Beeston and Rogo. And I tell you what, Braden Rogo is sophomore, 6'3". His brother out there, Bryce, his twin brother, is 6'3" also. On the receiving end, a few passes. Corpor's kind of been the big guy out there, but look for them to try to get Keyshawn Jackson some action, Mike. I mean, they flared it out to him a few times. They really need to have to run the ball a little bit because Clyde has showed that they can match up with them, even though the time of possession definitely in Clyde's favor and the 1-point score, but it's been all passing for Tiffin. So you don't know what kind of adjustments these teams are going to make, but it's going to be really important, Mike, to really stay with what's going to work for you, but also have something ready to go if they start to counter. We'll see what's going to happen. Columbian will be kicking the ball off to Clyde, and Clyde will have it to start the second half of play. They'll be moving right to left, and we're just about underway. And here we go. It's going to be a short kick this time, fielded by Clyde and just downed at their own 38, and they'll have a 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. So it's a good field position for the Flyers. They haven't been this position here so far tonight, but they're going to be moving right to left. And Jaden Cook, pretty good first half by the senior quarterback, Mike.
Yeah, we've seen the first play from scrimmage a couple times, a long pass down the sideline. Yeah, Brady Wilson split out there. He's one-on-one coverage again, giving him quite a bit of cushion right now. We'll see if Cook's going to drop back and maybe take advantage of that again.
Both teams have just called an excellent offensive game. I mean, both coaches. So Clyde just showing 3 receivers set. Here comes Morrison in motion. He's going to spin around. They're throwing back to him. And they're going to go ahead and Morrison throw one deep, and it's going to be incomplete. That time they had 2 receivers out in the pattern. It was going to be Jaden Cook to Morrison. Morrison went deep. Pass was broken up by the Tiffin Columbian defensive.
Yeah, and I give Coach Carter a lot of credit coming out with a little trickery right there, very first play of the second half and trying to catch them off guard. 3 receivers here to the near side. Now Clyde in the 2nd and 10.
You don't want to get that Columbian offense back on the field too soon. So big for this possession for Clyde here to start the second half of play. Cook's back to throw again. He's got possession pass is going to be caught. And good solid tackle out there, but they will give them, it will be up to the 43. Wilson with the catch. Boy, Wilson has had an awful big night tonight. Mike, how many yards receiving does he have?
Wilson had, hang on a second, John, I could give you that now.
It's over 100 yards.
125.
125?
Yep.
All right. Big third down play. 3rd and 6, 11:24, just underway. Jaden Cook, the senior quarterback for the Flyers, are up by 1. Looking for the snap. He's got it. He's coming back. He's going to throw across the middle. It's going to be caught. This time they're going to seam down the right side. I believe. Who was it that on the reception? Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Oh, Griffin Knopf's on the catch. Awesome job by Jaden Cook throwing it, putting just enough air on it to drop it over the one defender, but in front of that safety.
First time we've seen that mid-seam pass, Mike. We're seeing some passing from Clyde that we have not shown so far this year.
Yeah, and that was a good job of, Wilson just kind of taking that defense out to the sideline.
Right. But it's still an excellent catch. Handoff Daniels up the middle. He has got some yardage. There he goes. And he's going to get down to the 15-yard line. Clyde now in the Fremont Flora covering red zone at the 15-yard line. Pickup of 15 by Daniels. And how many yards on the ground did Daniels have? About 118, 19?
Yeah, last week Daniels didn't even come close to his average. He had 120 or 119 yards right now in the first half.
134, 135 here so far in this ball game. Clyde threatening. 1st and 10 at the 15. So the Flyers offensively, this is the best they've looked in quite a few weeks. Hand up to Daniels this time. He gets hit but breaks the tackle, keeps his feet moving, and then he's going to pick up maybe 4. They'll spot him at the 8. At the 13. So he's going to pick up about 3. The ball was spotted at almost the 17. So Daniel's running well tonight, Mike. He must be somewhat healed up.
Yeah, I would have to say he is because he got off that tackle very quickly.
Tight formation by Clyde, and they give it to him again, just off right guard. Jumbo package gets down to the 10. So that's going to be 3rd down, and we're going to call it 3rd down about 4.
Yeah,
big 3rd down play for the Flyers.
Job by Columbian's defensive line just to neutralize that, not allow Clyde to get any push back.
Clyde bringing in a different package now, Mike.
They got the receivers in,
yeah. They went from the jumbo to the receiver set. Big 3rd down play here in this first opening drive of the 3rd quarter. 9:26 to go. Clyde 28, Tiffin 27. Clyde threatening. Big 3rd down play. Cook has it. He's looking. He's going to flare it out. It's going to be caught and getting upended and tackled. Out here was Olsen. And Olsen's got to get thrown back to the 13, a loss of 3. That's going to make it 4th down and long. And Olsen that time just could not turn on the Jets.
No, Maddox Simcoe did a nice job of just getting off that block and was able to come up and shoestring tackle right there.
So Clyde in 4 down territory. Have they kicked a field goal this year yet?
I do not believe they have attempted yet this year.
So it's going to be 4th down. And the ball spotted at the 14. They've got to get it about down to the 6. Here we go. Cook, misdirection. He's looking out here. He's going to throw one in the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. And so they'll turn the ball over on downs.
That time, Columbian had nice coverage, very good coverage. That was, everybody back into that corner. There was 2 receivers back there and 3 defensive backs back there. So there was really no place for Cook to go with that ball. And he had nowhere to run because the defensive line was coming up, putting a lot of pressure.
Right.
So, that's about the best he could do right there. It was just a good defensive call by Columbian.
Great coverage by the Tornadoes. Now they get the ball with 8:29 to go, just down by 1. So Clyde showed they can get down the field. They turn it over and down. So both teams have turned it over downs deep in the other team's territory. At the 20. It's going to be a quarterback keeper trying to get around the outside, and he's going to get around the outside and get out of bounds. And they're going to get a push by Clyde out of bounds, and it'll be an extra 15 yards.
Yeah, that's going to be another 15 yards tacked onto that. He was definitely on the sideline, and Dylan Overmeyer wanted to make sure he was going to go out of bounds and push him right into the bench.
So we got on the 26th with the penalty. It's going to move the ball forward. And Overmeyer probably, I'd consider Overmeyer first-team linebacker in the SBC Lake, but that's a big mistake right there.
That is. And, that's one thing where you've got your adrenaline going and you're making sure that he gets out of bounds just one step too far. And the official's standing right there.
Yep. That's Clyde's third personal foul penalty in this ball game. 8:23 to go. Left to right are the Columbian Tornadoes, down by 1. They're moving the ball. There's going to be a handoff up the middle. Jackson this time, and he's going to get tackled from behind. It's going to be Overmeyer with the tackle. And Jackson's going to move it up to about the 47. So pick up a 4, second down and 6. Quickly line of scrimmage, man in motion. They fake the handoff, get back to Jackson again. This time he gets up in the middle, and he gets hit, and he gets rag thrown down that time. And that time Morrison on the tackle. They're going to give him first down on that.
Yeah, that's something that right now, Columbian is finding a little bit of a run game, being able to. They only had 9 yards rushing total for the whole first half, and I think they're getting that right now.
Yeah, they've got to run the ball a little bit more than they are right now. They're fake the handoff now. They're going to play action all the way deep, and it's going to be incomplete. And they're going to call penalty. That's a tough penalty. Let's go down to Brad Bannister on that call, Brad.
Yeah, they're calling Will Lozier for pass interference, and it's kind of a little similar to what Tiffin did to Clyde at the other end. But I think Will kind of had his hand on him a little bit, even though he's trying to face guard him.
Well, the official's right there, and he must have thought that Will was impeding him from get his hands up to get onto that football.
So where are we going to move the ball? The officials are coming back here.
Yeah, well, they're going to go from
the line of scrimmage. And it should be, 15 yards. So it should spot around about the 30, and that's going to put it right at the 31. So Clyde, the penalty is keeping this drive moving for this Tiffin offense. Down by 1, sitting here at the Clyde 31. Back, looking to throw. Steps across the middle. It's going to be tipped, almost intercepted. Tipped by 2 Clyde defenders. And got away with one right there, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Rogo was doing. It kind of sidearming it, trying to throw it in between. And when he did that, it was tipped up in the air, and that was anybody's ball at that time.
Watching the Kansas City Chiefs a little bit, I think, maybe, right? So it'll be second down and 10. They're going to fake the hand of play action. He's going to look to throw. He's going to flare it out here. And there's all sorts of holding out there. Oh, my.
And
it's about time they threw a penalty. You can't dance with somebody that long with your hands on them without a flag coming out.
No, especially when the jersey's getting pulled down to the ground. I mean, that was a little bit obvious.
If he would have let his hands off right towards the end, they would not have called that.
No, but when you're pulling that jersey down, you're pulling the guy down to the ground by his jersey. That's always going to get
pretty obvious. Pretty obvious.
Did either of you get a look over here at Coach Carter on the sideline? He got some airtime on that. He was going to be extremely upset if that wasn't called.
Oh, well, we called it up here, and then, of course, the back judge is the one that called the penalty.
Yeah, the thing about it is Coach Carter is all the way over on the other side of the field. I mean, totally across field, and was able to see that from the ground.
So it'll be a penalty against, obviously, Tiffin. They'll march it back, and let's get the call. They're going to call holding against Tiffin. Be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So it'll be second down. They're going to spot the ball, about the 36. So it's only going to end up being a 5-yard penalty because the hold was 5 yards down the field. All right, so 3 receivers to the left side for Columbian. Rogo, the quarterback, 1 to the near side. Tight man-to-man shown by Clyde. He's rolling left, and here comes a blitz, and he's in trouble. And he's going to throw it away, and that's got to be another penalty. That's got to be an intentional grounding and loss of down.
But I'm not seeing the referee throw.
No, they're throwing in the middle of the field, so maybe it's another hold. We'll see what they call. There was no one anywhere near that, and he wasn't outside the tackles. Of course, I don't know how they call that in high school. So.
No, that was Blue Norman that had the pressure on him. Right now, Blue Norman has got 6.5 sacks on the season. That could have been another big one right there. When we look at the number of sacks.
Here comes the call, Mike. I hate to interrupt you, but here comes the call from us. They're going to say All right. So we're not got a call yet. So Brad Bannister, any idea what's going on down the field?
Well, it's hard to believe that the back judge would call intentional grounding, but I almost think he did. Yeah,
that's what they did.
He came from about 30 yards past the line of scrimmage to throw the flag in there because they weren't calling it from behind.
Well, which makes you wonder. But either way, 7:06 to go, and this drive's starting to go backwards for Columbian. That ball's going to be moved back to the Columbian 42. That's a huge loss. They were at the Clyde 31, and now they're at the Columbian 42. So we third down and a whole lot more to go. Looking deep, they're going to be flushed again, and they sack down. Another sack by the Flyers, and the defense for the Clyde defensive line has really flexed their muscles on this drive and have sent Columbian backwards when they had a great opportunity, Mike, to score.
Yeah, they did. And that was Blue Norman again. That's his 8.5 sacks on this season. And like I was going to say, right now Columbian as a team has 6.5 sacks.
So they're going to punt the football. They got down to the Clyde 31, and then they found themselves back to their own 32. There's the snap, and it's going to be a low kick. It's going to be bouncing out, and it's going to go out of bounds. And they should spot that around the 35. Let's see where they bring it. Side judge will walk it up here, and he's going to spot it out right when we thought, right about the 32. So Clyde will have it at the 32. So after Clyde drives down and turns it over on downs, it was a nice drive by Columbian, but it backfires with a couple penalties of their own.
Yeah, and last week we saw Clyde get 2 15-yarders back-to-back, which sent him back 30 yards. And that was probably the equivalent right there, sending Columbian back at least 30.
So nobody has scored in this third quarter yet. Both teams have had a possession. Both teams about the same amount of plays. Now Clyde with the football for the second time. They're up by 1 with 6:26 to go here in the third quarter. Two receivers on the far side, one to the near side. Daniels now going to line up on the left side of Jaden Cook. Jaden Cook played a very good ball game so far tonight. He's going to hand it to Daniels. He goes right up the middle, breaks one tackle, spins, it gets hit, and he'll get up to about the 37. So there'll be a pickup of 5. Be second down and 5.
Yeah, Brody Conley was able to make that stop. And, you know, one thing that Clyde's doing, he's getting that little bit of a seam, and the linebackers have to come up and make a play.
Here comes Cook. He's rolling. He's looking for somebody to go to. He's got a guy open deep. He's going to come back, and it's going to be interference.
And he caught it anyway.
Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Who caught that ball, Brad? Was that Wilson again?
That absolutely was Brady Wilson. Nice
wow,
job going
what
up to get it.
catch.
I think they're going to get an interference on Tiffin as well.
Yeah, that was a catch by Wilson. And that has to be interference by either side. Somebody tied him up. But Wilson with an unbelievable catch. That time, Cook bought himself some time, Mike, and then Wilson broke deep. And Wilson just showed his athleticism. I mean, right now, he's shown how important he is to the Clyde offense.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And you're right. Cook did a nice job because Wilson was supposed to run like about an 8-yard out. And when he saw Cook was in trouble and going around and trying to get around to that corner, he just took it deep, and then Cook found him. Big play.
So Clyde took the play, declined the penalty. Here comes Daniels again up the middle. Daniels with his feet down. He's going to get a first down off the left side. Right now, Clyde is down blocking, and Columbian has no answer for Michael Daniels. So far at the 27, pickup of 11. So that's going to be a pickup of almost 12 for Daniels. He had about 150 on the ground. Here it goes again up the middle. Feet chugging along. He keeps fighting along, and they'll get to about the 22 maybe. Pickup of maybe 4. Clyde running the clock, 5:22 to go here in the third. Second down, we'll say 6. 28-27, still our halftime score. Here comes Cook. He's looking. He's looking in the end zone. He's going to throw it up there, and it's going to be caught. And what's the call?
It's a touchdown.
Is that Wilson again?
Absolutely. He did a great job of coming back to that ball. Cook underthrew it, and he came back, caught the ball going down to the ground.
Brady Wilson is putting on a clinic tonight here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium for the Clyde Flyers.
Yes, he is, and you can see why he was such a, missed, how bad he was missed the last week. You know, that looked like that ball was possibly going to be picked off, but Brady Wilson did a great job of coming back for it.
Looking for the extra point. We'll get ready to take our quarter time after this. Snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is good. Just squeaks over the crossbar. 5:05 to go in the third, 35-27. Clyde with the lead. We'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
The holidays will be here before you know it. Are you and your home ready for hosting all that extended family, extended meals, and extended wear and tear on your floors? Get ahead of the holiday hustle. Right now at Lottich & Sons Flooring America, it's the family-friendly flooring sale. Save big before the holidays and get special financing. Shop in-store and online. When it comes to flooring, trust the place where friends send friends. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
I'm here with Juan Velo from Fremont Athletic Supply, also girls basketball coach for Fremont Ross. Juan, what do you love about coaching?
I love the relationship I have with the kids and their skill level when they come in, and then watching the growth when they leave the program. They're just better people, better ball players.
And you coach youth sports now, too. What do you like about coaching the younger girl?
It's a different skill set, but it's, again, I see the passion, the love that they're starting to get in the sport.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, there's the kickoff. It's high and over end, fielded at the 25, coming up to the 30, getting to the outside, looking for some path. It gets across one defender and will return it to about the 34-yard line. So it'll be first and 10, Columbian at their own 34. Columbian, nice drive last time, Mike, but penalties took them backwards. Clyde took that drive and went down 5 plays, 68 yards. Wilson with a 22-yard touchdown pass. Wilson about 200 yards receiving so far in this football game. Close to it, and Clyde now with the 8-point lead, and here comes Tiffin. Every time Clyde scored, Tiffin has answered, so let's see what happens. Should be now back at quarterback, Logan Beeston. And Beeston's had a good evening. He's back to throw, just a little flare pass out here right now. It's going to be caught and getting brought down, a pickup of about 3, maybe 4. We'll call it 3 to the 37-yard line. As we had said earlier, they need to get the ball to Jackson to get him in the open field, but Clyde's defense, cornerbacks and linebackers, have done well on the short passing by Columbian.
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer did a nice job just running that down from his inside linebacker spot.
Here we go with the football. They're going to throw it up again. Here comes the Clyde defense and get by one defender and another, and they will get the first down to Clyde territory. So Corporate gets it. That time the Clyde defender slipped. Corporate beat that defender and got hauled down, but we're going to have a flag back at the 32.
Boy, that's way on the other side.
And what's the call going to be, Brad Bannister?
They're going to call holding.
You know, that's way away from the play on the other side. And, you know, big play for Columbian. And last time, you know, last series that they had the ball, this is what happened. They had a hold, sent them back, and they were never able to recover from that.
So that was going to take him into the 48 of Clyde. Now the ball's back to the 24. So some self-infliction by Columbian so far here in this second half. Looking. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught. And it's going to be a first down. No, it's going to get it to the first down marker where they started the first original series. And that would be Wilson. And it looks like Morrison. Corporate's a guy that's been catching the ball. And you got to keep an eye on him. He is getting everything thrown to him, Mike.
Yeah, big third down play right now for Columbian.
Yeah, third down and 10 from the 34. Beeston back, looking. He's throwing deep. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught. Is it caught? Yes, it is. Brad Bannister, who caught that one? Who was on defense?
That was 16 for Tiffin catching the ball. Jay
So
Plummer
Bryce Rogo
was on the defense on that. But I tell you what, it was a great catch high up in the air. Plummer battled him all the way through, and he hung on to that ball.
So Bryce Rogo catches it. The sophomore back, Beeston. He's going deep again. He's got a guy wide open. It's going to be caught. Touchdown. Let's go right back down to you, Brad. Who got beat on that one? Because that was a perfect pass. It looks like Jackson finally got open and he scored.
Yeah, that was Will Lozier trying to keep up with Jackson, and that's just a hard matchup for Will, and Jackson took advantage of it there.
3:51 mark.
Yeah, that was just a streak right down the sideline, and you know, without giving a whole lot of cushion, right off the get-go, it's hard to keep up there, and that ball was put right where it needed to be for him to catch it in stride.
Right, going for two. Columbian like to tie it up. Beasting at quarterback. He's going to look play action. He's going to flare it out here. It's going to be incomplete. So I'll tell you what, the only thing we can say about Columbian that they've struggled tonight, they missed an extra point. They missed two-point conversions. They find themselves down by 2, 35-33. We'll take a timeout. I'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. A referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Right, here we go. Kick off to Clyde at the 30 to 35, splitting up the right side, getting hit pretty hard at the 35-yard line. Clyde will have it 1st and 10. So we look at the Columbian Tornadoes, and it took them not too long to score.
No, it did not take
They
a
went
long
5
score.
plays, 68 yards. Of course, they had some penalties in the previous drive and had a penalty on that drive, but they came back and talk about Beaston. Beaston can throw the ball as long and as accurately as we've seen anybody this year. And, of course, he's got receivers. That time got to Jackson, who's a speedster. Here's a pitch out to Daniels, and Daniels is going to go ahead and run it for about 8 yards up to the 43. But Clyde throwing that little pitch, it's been a nice play for them.
Yeah, it has, and that's designed to go to the outside, but he saw a little seam inside, cut it back.
3:27 to go in the third. This quarter taking a little bit of time. It was like a stalemate until Clyde got on the board. Now the end zone's open for business, right? Hand off to Daniels again, straight up the middle, and he's going to be very close to, if not at the first time. They're going to spot him just short. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Clyde going back to the run.
Yeah, and that's something they've done well in the first half, is doing both things, running and passing. If they can continue to do that and keep Tiffin off balance, that's the recipe to punch this ball in.
3rd down and 1. 2:53 and counting here in the third. And Columbian's got about 8 in the box to give to Daniels. He still gets the first down. You got 8 defenders in the box and you still get the first down. That says your offensive line's doing a pretty good job, Mike.
Yeah, and they had good penetration coming through there, too. So,
they did.
It's a good job of Daniels keeping his eyes up and finding that little crease to get the first down.
Cobble here to the near side. Actually, 3 to the near side here with 1 in the slot, 1 to the far side. Jaden Cook back at quarterback. He's looking. He's going to throw a little possession pass out. It's going to be caught on that near side. A little comeback. It'll be a pickup of about 8, we'll say.
Brady Wilson is the guy to go to tonight. He just drove the defensive back off and came back and Cook threw it before he made his turn, and Wilson was able to get that big yardage right there.
As well as Wilson has run his patterns tonight, wouldn't you give him a little cushion?
Oh, yeah. So that little comeback's going to be there.
Handoff. Daniels up the middle. He gets hit hard. Boy, there's a big stick. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. That's the first time Daniels ran into a wall.
Oh, yeah, that was filling in from the backer spot coming up and just making the big hit. And Daniels usually delivers some blows.
Right.
So that speaks volumes when a big backer's hitting him that hard.
Yeah, I think that was Max Ray that came up with that hit on.
Max Ray's been a nice addition. Here comes Clyde. Clyde with a quick snap, and they're going to go ahead and get the first down. Of course, it won't blow the whistle. I don't understand. We've had multiple scrums tonight.
And
there's a late flag. Notable scrums. And now, you know what, sometimes I got to call the officials on this one, because if you let them just sit there and obviously there's been a forward motion, why would you continue to let that happen and then something happens afterwards? I think that's an official issue. That's happened a few times tonight for both teams.
Yeah, if you don't blow the whistle, those kids are taught to play to the whistle.
Grab the football, grab whatever you can. And they're calling that on Clyde, and I'd have to say that's a bad call.
Oh, I thought maybe that was going to be offsetting, but
no,
it's not, is it?
That's a bad call.
See, I could see it going both ways.
Sure.
When you don't blow the whistle and you got guys still blocking,
right?
Okay, call it both ways, but just to go against the offensive person for continuing blocking before the whistle's not blown.
So they're going to call it first down.
Coach Carter's doing a great job of keeping his composure, because I'm not sure that would be so composed.
That ball at the penalty takes Clyde back to their own 43. It'll be 1st and 10. It's a dead ball foul. They called it. I'm just dismayed. I've not seen that happen so many times in one game. So here comes Clyde, 1st and 10. They're going to hand off to Dane. His boy's got an open hole up the middle. Cuts up the middle. We got another penalty right up front. And they're going to throw it right at a Clyde player. And I believe it's going to be a hold here on this near side against Clyde. So the Flyers now starting to misfire a little bit.
The Clyde offensive line is getting a little frustrated right now. They're throwing their hands up in the air. And this is something where the leaders out there have got to say, hey, guys, calm down. All right? Calm down. We're still ahead.
Right.
We're still up. So, all we got to do is
that ball's going to get marked from the spot. If I should put it back to the 35. So it's going to be 1st down and 18. Back-to-back penalties for Clyde right now, and they're 1:30 to go. This third quarter has kind of crawled to a closure here with both teams with penalties, but this time the Flyers, they're going to stay at 1st and 20. Ball at the 35. See what the Flyers have to do. They're looking to throw. Here comes Cook, and Cook looks. He gets in out of trouble. He throws out here. It's going to be caught, and it'll be caught at the 50-yard line. And Jaden Cook has played some Houdini here tonight, Mike, as he has found and say, let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, what about the job that Cook has done under pressure? Wilson with the catch.
Oh, he did a great job of stepping up in the pocket, then feeling additional pressure, pushing it out to the right, and hitting Dylan Overmeyer on the sideline.
Oh, that was Overmeyer with the catch. Okay. So Overmeyer with the catch. He picks up 15 of the 20 yards, almost 16 of the 20 yards. Handoff. Daniels gets the 1st down, gets down to the 43, 44. And Clyde's offense right now has showed a resiliency against the front of Tiffin Columbian.
And that's one thing that Clyde is able to do. They mix that pass and the run right there, keeping those linebackers back a little bit. They have to respect that pass. And that's where Daniels is getting his yardage.
This will be the 10th play of the drive at the 44. 51 seconds to go here in the third. 35-33, Clyde with the lead here in this contest. Again, this team of Tiffin deep in the playoffs last year, bringing almost everybody back. Good test for Clyde. Took back. He's looking. He's going to throw it over here. It's going to be another possession pass caught, and it'll be about an 8-yard pickup to the 36. Wilson with another reception. Wilson having a career night here, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, he was a big loss last week when he didn't play, but he's sure making up for it right now.
So if Wilson wanted to play football somewhere next year, this game tape wouldn't hurt.
No, this would probably be the go-to tape that he'd want to show everyone.
Of course, against a good team, but that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We got one more quarter to go. Stay tuned. It should be a wild one. Glad you're with us here tonight. You're listening to Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football 92-1, the Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Miller Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper, shop Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and Big Pizza and fresh daily sushi are now available. Miller Super Value, your hometown grocery, is proud of our Clyde Flyers. Go Flyers!
Eric from Wendy's here to tell you about our newest addition to the Made to Crave menu, the Big Bacon Cheddar Sandwich. It all starts with a fresh, never frozen patty or a classic chicken filet. Add American cheese, our new bacon jam, 3 strips of bacon, onion tanglers, creamy cheddar cheese spread, and a new toasted cheddar bun. Take a bite into this sweet, cheesy sandwich for a taste like never before. Parlay this amazing sandwich with Wendy's new and improved fries, and you'll be saying, now that's my Wendy's.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
All right, fourth quarter of action. 35-33, Clyde with the lead. Clyde with the ball moving left to right. 2 receivers in the far, 1 to the near. Daniel straight behind Cook. Cook has played a fantastic game here tonight for Clyde. He gives it Daniel. Daniel's got a hole. Boyd runs into 2 or 3, hits another one, powers down to the 31. 1st and 10, Clyde. And right now the Flyers have been able to run at will. And eventually that's going to wear down this Columbian defense, Mike.
Yeah, it is. And Daniels is doing a nice job of taking that first hit. He got hit right at the first down mark and was able to get another 3 yards out of that. And with a nice little spin move. And, you know, he's the kind of kid that does not go down with the first hit.
Well, he's lining up right now behind Cook. Overmeyer now at the wing position. They give it to Daniels this time. And that time the defender came up. I'm guessing that's probably got to be Max Ray if it was. So Schreiber with the tackle.
Yeah, Schreiber was coming on a strong blitz right there, and he was able to get through that line and made the tackle right as handoff was taking place.
Let me get 2nd down, and we'll call it 12. 2nd down and 12, ball spotted at about the 33. Clyde in 4-down territory. They have not kicked a field goal all year, so we would expect that from them. Man in motion. Here comes a blitz. They go Daniels up the middle, and they cut him down. This time they sent blitzers on both sides and shut the linebacker up into that gap, Mike, and he got a few back to the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that's one thing that, you know, Columbian's doing right now is bring those linebackers right up, and as soon as that ball snapped, they're coming across the line. It's about the only way they're going to stop Daniels at this point.
Jaden Cook with a big 3rd down. 2 receivers at each side. Does Clyde throw a screen pass at this position, Mike? They haven't attempted one at all tonight.
This would be a place that could probably take advantage of it.
All right, 2 to each side. Jaden Cook back at the 35 of Tiffin. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's back to throw. He's got time now. He's going to flush out of the pocket, and he's going to get hit, and he's going to get sacked. And that's one of the few times that they're going to sack Cook. They're going to sack him all the way back to the 45.
Yeah, and that time they had double coverage on the receiver over on that side. I'm not sure. I believe that was Caden Olson he was trying to go through, and they doubled him up. So he had nowhere to throw that ball. He just did the best he could to hang on to it when he was getting sacked.
So they're going to call it 4th down and a whole boatload. We'll say, let's see, 10, 17, 18, about 20. Looks like they're going to go for it. And there's going to be flags.
And that's going to be motion.
Procedure. So now they'll move it back and Clyde will be forced to punt.
Now they'll line up the same way. They have. I have not seen them line up in a, regular formation yet. They've always just dropped Cook back. This might be one of the first times this season they're going to line up in a
15-play drive, guys. So both teams have had long drives that have come up for nothing. Here's some updated scores. Port Clinton over Vermilion, 27-0. Hopewell over St. Joe, 37-0. Chinesky, 20-7 over Norwalk. There's a snap. There's a punt. It's high. It's a nice. They're going to let it go, and it's going to bounce. And it's going to get a Clyde bounce, and it's going to go all the way down to about the 7-yard line. So Tiffin Columbian will get it their own 7. They've shown that they can move it. Some more scores, 26-0. Bellevue over Perkins in the 3rd. Oak Harbor and Huron still knotted in the 4th, 7-7. Ross now pulling away from St. John's, 24-3. Addison, 48-7 over Willard. Lakota, 26-7 over Margaretta.
With that Bellevue score, that's, to me, is a little surprising when we saw Perkins, how good they are. It just shows how good Bellevue is.
All right, Columbian, they're going to show a little bit of extra protection back there. They're going to hand off in the middle. and they're going to run out, and it will be a nice run to the 15-yard line. They'll pick up about 7 on that run. We'll say 8 to the 15.
Yeah, that was a nice job of being able to get
Jackson.
There. Dylan Overmeyer coming up, making another stop.
Jackson, the speed guy, just got the last touchdown for Columbian. Columbian trying to get out. They're going to go ahead and fake it. They're going to play action again across the middle, and it will be a catch. Good coverage, but it will be 1st and 10 at the 25.
Yeah, Kyle Llewellyn was on that stop. As soon as he caught it, Llewellyn was there to make the stop, but, big enough for a first down.
It's hard for us to tell the numbers, but I think that's Beeston back at quarterback. 1st and 10, back to throw, looking deep. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be in trouble, and he's going to get hit. Nope, he'll scramble out of bounds. Clyde defender getting up kind of slow. So Rogo in at quarterback, excuse us. So they'll go ahead and spot the ball at where we're going to see it, gentlemen, at the 22. So we'll be losing a few. No time to throw an interception. If someone's not open, don't throw the ball.
No.
Keep possession.
Turnover right here would not be good.
8:40 to go. 2 receivers at the far side. Wide open, uncovered receiver over there. He's going to look this way. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to be in trouble. And he's going to get by one defender, but not the third. And he'll scramble up past the 25 to the 26. He'll pick up 4 on the scramble, make it 3rd down. And we will call it 9. 35-33, John Cullen, Mike Martin, Brad Bannister with the call here tonight at Frost-Kalnow in Tiffin. Great ball game. Clyde with the 2-point lead and Columbian with the ball. They got a 5-receiver set. Back to throw. Looking, blitz across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Good coverage by the Flyers. Morrison on the coverage, Mike, and right now it's going to be a punting. It's going to be a punt for the Columbian Tornadoes.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Clyde right there, putting a little bit of pressure on, just enough to make him throw the ball quickly. That ball was thrown too low, and Morrison was right there, but, just not able to haul that in.
Max Ray traded in, again, the crimson and gray for the – it's going to be a fake. And they're going to throw it out here. It's a fake, and it's going to be a pass, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be a first down. So Columbian pulls a trick play out of their pocket. What a great call.
That was amazing. When you're down on your own end of the field that deep, and you throw something like that in there, I give Coach Lutz a lot of credit for just having enough guts to be able to do that. Because if you turn the ball right over there to Clyde, they're scoring.
Well, the funny thing is, it wasn't a thing of beauty, but they got it to Jackson, and Jackson was able to get the first down. Here we go. Back to throw. In trouble. He's going to run. He's just going to slide. Good, smart decision. Grego with it down to the 43. With the run, he'll pick up. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Just got a little pooch pass, Nick, is what it was.
Just kind of like shot put it out there to him. And
Jackson wide open. Tell you what, that's how you win football games, making decisions like that. So it'll be 3 receivers to the right side for Columbia and 1 to the near side. Rogo at quarterback. He's looking back. He's going to quick throw it out here. It's going to be intercepted. It's going to be a pick 6. Goodbye. Touchdown, Clyde. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, that time there was a thief in the cookie jar, and they went in for the score.
Oh, yeah, they were just trying to run that little out pass, and Abe Morrison jumped that pass and took it right down the sideline. He put them up a nice little margin here.
Yeah, that was a great job. I mean, that was looked down the whole way. Morrison just kind of played it off, made it look like he was open, and as soon as that ball was thrown, he made a great break and put that ball in the end zone.
6:58 mark. Dickman in for the extra point, and these all matter. There's a snap. There's a hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll take a timeout here. Big explosion on the first turnover of the ball game, and it matters. Clyde 42, Columbian 33. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Planning ahead just makes sense. Let Hanneman Shadzinski Keller Funeral Home help give you peace of mind. They understand and want you to know that by making arrangements in advance, they can help you create a celebration of a lifetime and spare your family unnecessary stress. Get started today with a free booklet filled with funeral planning information and ideas. Call or visit them at HannemanFH.com. Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. They've expanded their family to better serve yours.
Frickin' football is here. Frickers has the games on all the screens and you score with savings. Enjoy your favorite ice-cold domestic draft personal pictures for only $6.50. A 48-ounce personal picture for only $6.50. And enjoy a plate of your favorite frickin' nachos for just $7. Take your frickin' pick. Frickin' chicken nachos, Mississippi barbecue nachos, or Nachos Supreme, only $7. This season, don't just be a football fan, be a Nacho fan. At the home for fun, food, sports, and spirits, Frickers.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back. 6:53 to go in this ball game. Clyde 42, Tiffin 33. This nice run back. They got the ball to 20, and they're going to bring it up to the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. I believe that coming to the ball game is Logan Beeston. Don't think for a second he's not going to start rifling down the field, Mike. First turnover of the ball game turns into pick 6 for Clyde. That gives them the lead. Beeston, 5 receivers, straight back. He's looking. He's pressured. He's going to be down. Big tackle. Who is it for Clyde?
That's Blue Norman again. That's Norman.
Blue Norman cannot be stopped.
No, that's his 9th sack on the season.
Wow.
And that was also number 53 jumping in on that sack.
Okay, yep. That is
Homer.
Yeah, Homer.
Wow, that's a huge sack. Blue Norman has got to be an all-SBC performer. Back Beeston looking. He's looking. He wants to pick it up long. He's going to throw it out there. It's going to be caught.
Boy,
he picked up about 20 yards. It's
nice.
going to throw it all the way up to it's going to be Maddox Simcoe. Simcoe's been all over the field tonight for Columbia. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 at the 46-yard line. That was a huge play. He's back to throw. He just wants to pick up the 1st down, and is it?
They're giving it
again, just down on the ground and catching the ball on the ground. It'll be a 1st down to the Clyde 47, and Beeston gets in a rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit better than Rogo does. Beeston back. He's stepping. He puts his foot down. He's going to throw deep down the sideline. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. That time coverage all over him, but it's an unbelievable catch, Mike.
Kyle Llewellyn had him great. He was all over him like a goat, and there is no way that I thought that was going to be completed. That was just a great catch. I mean, that
Bryce Rogo, the sophomore, catches it, 47-yard touchdown pass at the 5:40 mark. How quickly can the Columbian Tornadoes score?
Well, we've seen it all first half.
Go for 2 again. That's a 4-play, 62-yard drive. They're going to kick. Let's see. There's the snap. There's the kick. The kick is up, and it is no good. Columbian Tornadoes have misfired tonight when it comes to the extra point attempts. Mike is the only blemish, really, on the ball game they've played so far. So they find themselves down by 3, 42-39. Now you're in a situation if Clyde goes down and scores, you know, again, you're making a 2-score ball game. Right. Because now you're not within 2, you're within 3. Now, that doesn't mean that a field goal or something can't happen, but we've not seen it here tonight. But 42-39, 5:40 to go. Clyde will get the ball back. And how important is this defensive stand for Columbia? And how important it is for Clyde to hold on the football.
Yeah, well,
and this really, truthfully, this is the moment of the game right now.
Yeah, with 5:40 left to go, and both teams have all their timeouts left. One thing Columbian has to do is they're going to have to put a little more. They're going to have to take a few more risks, put a little bit more pressure on that offensive line for Clyde.
Clyde has really performed well here tonight. It's going to be a left-footed kick, fielded by Plummer at the 30. He's just going to step out of bounds at the 34. He's had quite a few of those tonight. So Clyde will have the ball, 1st and 10 at their own. They're going to spot it at the 34-yard line. 5:37 to go in this ball game, up by 3. What a contest tonight here in Tiffin.
Clyde needs to have a nice, long, sustained drive. They've been able to run the ball very effectively. Columbian has got to put a little more pressure, like I said, on that offensive line and not let Michael Daniels continue to run all over him.
Clyde bringing in the jumbo package. They're show and run. Actually getting Jaden Cook over, and here comes the back, and it's going to be Overmeyer. Overmeyer's going to wing it over and pick up about 4 to the 38-yard line. They'll pick up 4. So bringing in the jumbo package, of course, if you're Clyde, you want to run it down, score, and call it a day. But in this drive, if you're Clyde, you realize you have to score if you want to win this game.
Right, you have to score, and you have to eat up that clock as well.
Staying in the jumbo package. Single setback is Daniels. Jaden Cook under center.
Yeah,
Second down and 6.
Coach Carter's making sure that they take that play clock all the way down.
Absolutely. That's smart clock management, but you don't want to get sleepy. Here comes him again. They're going to do the same play. And here comes Overmeyer, and he powers across. And the ball's loose or not. They're going to say he was down. Everybody got excited for a second, but he was down. So the ball's going to be spotted at the 43. Pickup of 5. It'll be third down and a long 2.
Yeah, he took a big hit right there.
Yes, he did.
Around. That was the exact same play they ran previously.
Actually going to be a little bit over a yard.
It's a big defensive stand right now for Columbia.
If you're Columbian, who's going to make the big play, right? Whoever gets the ball wants to hold on to it. If Columbian gets the ball here, they're going to want to hold on to it, not give Clyde offense another chance and vice versa, right? So we'll see what happens. Good ball game here, 4:03 and counting. 42-39, Clyde with the ball in the lead. There again, the jumbo package. And it's going to be Cook, and Cook is going to push forward, and Cook will get the first down. And they're going to spot him at the 46, pickup of 3. So the Clyde offensive line has been pretty consistent tonight, we'd have to say.
Yeah,
I mean, they have really done well against this front from Tiffin Columbian.
That was a nice push on that offensive line to push that defensive line back about 2 yards, give Cook the ability to get that first down.
3:40 and counting. Of course, again, Clyde's going to milk it. I mean, every set of downs really matters at this point in the game. Play clock at 20, so they can get it down to 3:08. They're not going to be in a hurry, but they will hike it. Jaden Cook under center. They're staying in the double wing, Mike.
Just
tight splits.
Just running that clock down.
Jaden Cook, hands off Daniels. Head down, powers, and he gets to about the 49. He'll pick up 3.
And now Columbian, they're going to use
They're going
to
have to take a timeout.
Yep, that's something that, at 3 minutes left in the game, and Clyde, the way they're running the ball, they got 4 yards right there. You've got
let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, a moment of truth time for both these teams.
Oh, for sure. When you get down to this 3:05 mark, Tiffin's still got a couple timeouts left. Clyde's got all 3, but Tiffin's going to have to use them on this defensive end here if they want to keep any kind of time on the clock, should they get the ball back.
Well, the play clock is, 25 seconds? So you got a minute 15 right there. You get a new set of downs. You've got a couple plays here, second down, third. So you've got, 50 seconds there you can blow, right? That would take it down to 2:05. Another first down, you could be in a position where you could ice it out.
Sure, and one thing that, like I said, Bellevue or Columbian has got to start taking some chances and bringing those guys. I mean, hey, it's the game right now.
You got to give Clyde credit on the fact that they're obvious what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They're not throwing anything fancy. Nope. No fancy plays. They're just jumbo package, and we're going to try to do it this way. So we'll see if they can do that. The Columbian defense has come up with some big plays tonight, and they really need one on this drive if they want to get the ball back. So, again, it's going to be second down and 7, still in the double wing. They've got 8 in the box. Hand off to Daniels. He gets off the corner. He spins and turns, and he'll get across the 50 to the 47. Pickup of 3. That's going to make it third down, and we'll say third down and a long 4 yards. So this is kind of a big play right here, Mike.
Yeah, this is a big play, and Coach Lutz is going to let this one go. If they stop them here, he will take a timeout as soon as that ball is whistle's blown, if they do not get a first down.
Let's see what the Flyers do, what they have up their hands right here. Again, double wing set for Clyde. Jane Cook under center. Ball at the 7. And Cook's going to put man in motion. They're going to give it over to Overmeyer. He's going to get the first down. And he should have the first down, depending on the.
Oh boy, it's close.
He's right on the stick. They're going to signal it.
First down, Clyde.
That could do it.
2:14 in the ball game. So we're going to have a timeout. Is that Tiffin timeout? We'll take a wild card here. 2:14 to go in this one. Clyde nursing a 3-point lead. Let's see what happens after this.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
First and 10, Clyde at the 44. Tiffin, handoff, Daniels. He's going to spin, turn. He's going to keep his feet moving, turns, and gets across the 40 down to the 38. Pickup of about 6. And Columbian will call their last time out, Mike. Stopping the clock at the 2:09 mark. Right now, the Clyde Flyers coaching staff has decided we're going to run the football and try to seal this game out. And right now, Columbian really has not had an answer from Michael Daniels tonight.
No, they have not. Daniels is doing a nice job. He's getting hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he's been able to spin off and get those extra yards. Right there, he picks up 5 and able to, put it to the point where you're going to make them call their last time out. For this point here, you get that first down, the game is over.
So moving forward for Tiffin Columbian, I mean, they have a quick strike offense. They can score at will. They're averaging I'll have it right down here. They're averaging 37 a game. They're at 39 right now. But for them to go deeper in a tournament run, they've got to find some running to go along with it because this exact reason right here.
Difference in the game is that pick 6.
Yeah.
That was the whole difference of the game. We talked about that, and you said that.
It's going to be a turnover
whatever.
decided.
And that's what it was.
All right, here we go. 23 seconds on the play clock, but the game clock is at 2:09. Clyde showing a little different set this time. Cook is going to hand off up to this end. This is going to be a first down for Clyde. No, they're going to spot him down. Oh, he leaned. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, his knee went down before the first down marker.
Yeah, that was a pretty good spot, actually, by the official there. He did go down about 1.5 yards short of the first down marker.
So now that clock at 35 seconds, just counting, and Clyde's going to let it go all the way down. They get the first down, then it's just a matter of kneeling, guys. So if Clyde does get this first down, and this game will be over, and you got to credit the way the Flyers came in here to play a team that's just as high-powered offensive we've seen all year, and we've seen some really good offensive teams this year.
Yeah, and for them to be able to be quick strike, but problem with Columbian right now is their run game is very suspect. So they're going to have
Clyde's going to take a timeout right now. Let the play clock go down to 1, down to 1:15. So right now, if you're Tiffin Columbian on the defensive side, you're saying we need you right now.
Yeah,
this is it. We need you right now.
I would just go ahead, take a chance, go man up on the outside, whoever that wing is.
Yep.
Tight end, just man up right there and send everybody right up that middle.
So Brad Bannister, pretty good game to watch down on the field, huh?
Oh, just a lot of kind of ups and downs both ways. Big plays, big change of momentum. It's been a really fun game to be a part of. And it seems like every time we come down here to Tiffin, it seems to be one heck of a football game.
Some updated scores. Port Clinton 34-0 final over Vermilion. Hopewell 37-0 over Fremont St. Joe. Sandusky 26-13 over Norwalk. Huron scores a couple times in the fourth quarter, 21-7 over Oak Harbor. Fremont Ross, 27-10 over St. John's. Edison all over Willard, 48-13. Bellevue, 26-0 over Perkins. That's a final. Lakota, 40-7 over Margaret. So here's the play, guys. This is going to decide. Of course, Clyde can go 4th and 1 if they want.
Yeah, and there's
and with
good
no
possibility
timeouts,
they
it's
would.
very well that they would. So under center, Jaden Cook, double wing, matching up. They're going to hand off. It's going to be first down for Clyde. And this game is going to be over, folks. Clyde Flyers are going to come in here, and they're going to beat Tiffin Columbian in Frost-Kalnow. First down at the 29. Cannot stop the clock. And it's going to be victory formation for the Clyde Flyers here tonight.
Yeah, big win for Clyde right now, and putting them right back in the
right back
the
in the hunt.
Yeah,
right back in the hunt.
Guys, I think Coach Carter's about ready to tackle somebody over here. I was about as excited and as emphatic as I've seen him in a few years.
You might want to stay back away then.
For a team that's been injured, the big deal tonight was getting Brady Wilson back.
Yeah.
That's been the offensive difference. Obviously, they've defensively played as good as they can against this high-powered offense, but Columbian's inability to run the ball is really going to be a struggle for them moving forward. There's no doubt about it. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to be a 12-play drive, and this ball game is going to be over, folks. So your final tonight on the road, Clyde over Tiffin Columbian, 42 to 39 is your final. Flyers go to 5-2. Columbian goes to 4-3. And what a matchup we saw here tonight. We'll take a timeout and get back with our post-game show. You've been listening to this football game on 92 on the Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.